At this moment, Orochimaru's Sage Art Transformation Dragon technique bit down violently, and the huge bloody mouth suddenly swallowed Yakushi Kabuto's entire body completely. Yakushi Kabuto is not sitting still at this moment. Instead, he instantly activates what he has learned all his life, and releases all the defensive techniques that can be displayed, including Hirobo's Earth-style ninjutsu, Kidomaru's Spider Nest secret jutsu, Tayuya's summoning 3 demons, left and right Kin's double demon attack secret technique. Of course, there is also Guren's crystal-style secret technique. However, none of this makes sense. Under Orochimaru's full blow, all of Yakushi Kabuto's defenses were broken instantly, and the whole person was suddenly completely swallowed by the Sage Art Dragon technique. Next moment, his whole body seemed to be shattered. But at the last moment, he activated the atomization technique, trying to avoid the disaster. However, Sage Art Dragon Transformation Technique, after all, is Ryuchi Cave's fairy art. Even after atomization, it cannot completely isolate the attack and damage of fairy chakra. For a moment, Yakushi Kabuto was immediately beaten back to his original shape, and his entire body was blown out in an unbearable manner. The whole body was bloody, and it was completely out of shape. However, even so, he still did not die. He was Orochimaru's disciple after all. Although he has not mastered the full version of the undead technique, after fusing various abilities, he is also a well-deserved monster level. Of course, Orochimaru didn't want to kill him either. The current Yakushi Kabuto is one of the key figures in the entire 4th Ninja War. If he is killed, the reanimation jutsu will never be unlocked. Uchiha Itachi in the original work also used Izanami to control Yakushi Kabuto, and then used Tsukuyomi's illusion to control his will, speaking and casting the Impure World Reincarnation solution. Orochimaru didn't have Izanami, nor did he read it. But he himself knew the solution of Impure World Reincarnation. However, it is necessary to force Yakushi Kabuto to use it. Now, looking at Yakushi Kabuto, who was seriously injured and dying, Orochimaru walked up to him step by step. There was still a calm smile on his face. Yakushi Kabuto was so desperate that his eyes seemed to be slackened. I lost. However, Lord Orochimaru, I didn't lose to you, but to the man behind you, Qian-Yu. Orochimaru smiled. It doesn't matter, whether it's me or Master Qian-Yu, it's all the same. Yakushi Kabuto sneered. Even if you win, but as long as I don't want to stop Impure World Reincarnation, you have nothing to do. Kill me. This way, reanimation jutsu will never end. Orochimaru laughed. Did you think it would be that simple? Yakushi Kabuto, you underestimate me and Mr. Qian-Yu too much. He has already anticipated your reaction. Now, I will give you 2 choices. The first one is to actively stop the Impure World Reincarnation and cast the Impure World Reincarnation solution. The second. It means that after I use Living Corpse Reincarnation to take your body, I forcefully use your body to cast Impure World Reincarnation solution. You can choose for yourself. Yakushi Kabuto's complexion suddenly changed, turning white instantly. Orochimaru said with a smile, it's fine if you take the initiative to unlock the Impure World Reincarnation, otherwise, you will wait to become my container, and your will be eternally driven into the endless abyss from then on. That kind of feeling is that if you want to live, you can't die. As my assistant, you should be very clear. Yakushi Kabuto is clear. That's why I'm more afraid. It would be better to die directly. He was silent for a long time, and finally sighed. It seems that you have settled everything. Even if I commit suicide now, I'm afraid you will bring me back to life, then continue to take my body and forcefully use Impure World Reincarnation solution? Orochimaru laughed. You're really smart. Yakushi Kabuto sighed. It seems that I really have no other choice. However, after casting the Impure World Reincarnation solution, I'm afraid I will die, right? Orochimaru shook his head. This is up to Mizukage-sama to make his own decision. I just followed his orders to defeat you and unlock the reanimation jutsu. Yakushi Kabuto's heart skipped a beat. So, I still have a chance? Orochimaru was non-committal. Yakushi Kabuto saw a glimmer of hope. Since this is the case, I think I can only take a look at it. He supported his seriously injured and dying body at the moment. His hands began to seal, and slowly activated the final Impure World Reincarnation solution technique. Immediately, a dazzling white light appeared. Subsequently, the Impure World Reincarnation army on this battlefield, each and every one of them has a white light, soaring into the sky. And then, All the souls of the dead who were previously summoned by impure world reincarnation also began to liberate themselves and ascend to heaven one by one. For a moment, everyone on the entire battlefield stopped attacking, silently watching this incomparably spectacular scene. The army of impure world reincarnation, not only here, but also on various other battlefields, began to slowly disappear. Even those battlefields that haven't completely ended the battle at this moment, and haven't really defeated the dead of impure world reincarnation, have also ushered in a real end. Cloud Shinobi Village, Third Reikage, Jinjiao, Bulubi, all of them have new souls ascending to heaven. Sanagakure, Chio Grandma, 4th Kazekage Rasa were all released from impure world reincarnation. Iwagakure's second Tsuchikage Wu has been suppressed by Onoki, who has a 2-day scale, and he can be released at this time. On the battlefields of the Iron Country and other small countries, Hanzo of the Salamander and other dead strongmen also disappeared. The same goes for other Konoha village and Kirigakure battlefields. As Orochimaru defeated Yakushi Kabuto and successfully unlocked reanimation jutsu, the entire Fourth Ninja World War also ushered in the first turning point. The countless impure world reincarnation armies were all sealed, or their souls ascended to heaven. On each battlefield, only those members of the Akatsuki organization and the White Zetsu army that had been wiped out were left. This is not a big threat to the powerful ninja coalition forces of the 5 major countries. It seems that all the ninja coalition forces believe that the war is coming to an end. However, only Qian Yu knows that the real war has just begun now. With Orochimaru defeating Yakushi Kabuto, and successfully unlocking the reanimation jutsu. Immediately, everyone in the impure world reincarnation on the entire battlefield began to ascend to heaven one by one. This also means that on most battlefields, the ninja coalition forces of the 5 major countries have already begun to seal the victory. There is no need to say more about Kirigakure and Sleepy Leaf Village. Even Iwagakure, Cloud Shinobi Village, and even Sanagakure, who were still in a stalemate, quickly gained the upper hand with the 4th Kazekage Rasa, the soul of Chio Grandma ascending to heaven. In addition to these impure world reincarnation powerhouses, there are only members of the Akatsuki organization and the White Zetsu army left. Although the members of the Shao organization are powerful, they are only Chinese. As for the White Zetsu army, it is simply not comparable to the regular ninja army of various major countries. Among the members of the Akatsuki organization, Pain has died, and Conan has also been recruited by Qian Yu. Uchiha Itachi was successfully killed by Uchiha Sasuke, avenging his father and his clan. Shimura Danzo also finally died at the hands of Tsunade. Now, Yakushi Kabuto was also defeated by Orochimaru and captured alive. The only ones left are Deidara, who continued to fight in Iwagakure, the Red Sand Scorpion, who continued to fight in Sanagakure, and Kakuzu, who fought fiercely with the ninja coalition forces from the Iron Kingdom and other small countries. Of course, there is also the mysterious masked man, plus these 2 people. As for Uchiha Madara, she still hasn't shown up yet. Although Uchiha Madara was also released by impure world reincarnation, Qian Yu knew that he would not be released by impure world reincarnation and his soul ascended to heaven. Because he also understands the solution of impure world reincarnation, he can move freely without the control of the caster. At the moment, neither Uchiha Madara nor Qian Yu has made a shot. Both are looking for each other. For them, opponents and enemies are indeed only the opponents. And at the same time, the other side, the mysterious masked man is also looking for Qian Yu. His purpose is to revenge. Now his power has skyrocketed again, it can be said that he has indeed reached the peak state of a ninja. The mysterious masked man has Rinnegan in his left eye and Kamui Mangekyo Sharingan in his right eye. It can be described as the double peak of pupil power. Kamui, as a leader in spacetime ninjutsu, integrates offense and defense, is immune to almost all attacks, and can also be used to launch momentum. And Rinnegan, needless to say, was originally the eye of God of Sage of 6 Paths. In addition, the mysterious masked man also created a new 6 paths just like in the original work. Jinchuriki 6 paths, 1 tail Jinchuriki, blessed. 3 tails Jinchuriki, citrus Yagura. 5 tails Jinchuriki, Han. 6 tails Jinchuriki, kamikaze. 8 tails Jinchuriki, Inperbi. Among them, the other Jinchuriki are very familiar. 6 tails Jinchuriki kamikaze, as Kirigakure's previous generation Jinchuriki, that is, the predecessor of Bubble. The mysterious masked man, or Uchiha Obito, naturally installed Sharingan and Rinnegan on these Jinchuriki to make them even stronger. Among them, 1-tail Jinchuriki Fenfu, 6-tails Jinchuriki Kamikaze, is the biological information found by Yakushi Kabuto, and 4-tails Jinchuriki Lao Z, 5-tails Jinchuriki Han was originally the human calendar captured by Shao organization. As for Yagura, it was originally under the control of Uchiha Obito, and naturally has his biological information. As for 8-tails Bruby, although impure world reincarnation was removed before, Uchiha Obito himself also got the secret of reanimation jutsu from Yakushi Kabuto, and he only needs to be summoned again. At this moment, the mysterious masked man took his Jinchuriki 6 paths and killed in the direction of Kirigakure. His goal is to find Qian Yu for a decisive battle. However, Qian Yu didn't have the heart to pay attention to him. His target is only Uchiha Madara. But when the mysterious masked man was running with Jinchuriki 6 paths, he was stopped by 2 figures. Exactly the same as in the original, 8-tails Jinchuriki, Killer Bee, and 9-tails Jinchuriki, Uzumaki Naruto. At this time, it can be said that the plot of the original work is staged again. Although, the identities of Jinchuriki 6 paths are completely different, and the experience and strength of Killer Bee and Uzumaki Naruto are also different from the original. At this time, Uzumaki Naruto also mastered the 9-tails chakra mode, but because of the lack of the previous pain chapter, he did not practice the sage mode, but his strength is weaker than the original one. As for Killer Bee, of course it's still just as powerful. The two met on Turtle Island, when Killer Bee helped the Jinchuriki practice the perfect mode. Both of them have simple personalities, and soon became friends. This time, originally the Jinchuriki were supposed to be well guarded, but these two people were obviously not safe guys. Soon, they negotiated to break the barrier together, ran out secretly, and immediately joined the battlefield. Subsequently, just happened to encounter the mysterious masked man, and his Jinchuriki avenue. This battle is naturally inevitable. Uzumaki Naruto looked at the man in front of him, and didn't have much impression of him. After all, in this world, the mysterious masked man did not take the initiative to take over Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke. But in any case, the opponent is the mastermind who launched this war, and he is one of the most dangerous enemies in the entire ninja world. Uzumaki Naruto and Killer Bee are still very clear about this. When the mysterious masked man saw the two, he couldn't help but feel his heart move. 8-tails Jinchuriki, Killer Bee, and 9-tails Jinchuriki, Uzumaki Naruto. It's really good luck, it's God helping me too. Very good, I am here to successfully capture the two of you, so that the Eye of Evil plan can be realized immediately. Uzumaki Naruto snorted. You bastard, you don't even dare to show your face, you are talking big. If you are really capable, take off your mask and let us see. Killer Bee also laughed. Well said, Naruto, idiot, bastard, oh yeah. The mysterious masked man didn't feel complacent. Your words mean nothing to me at all. Next, I'll let you guys get to know each other. The power of the new Jinchuriki 6 paths. Immediately, under the manipulation of the mysterious masked man, the new Jinchuriki 6 paths immediately headed towards Uzumaki Naruto and Killer Bee to make tea. Looking at these dead Jinchuriki, who were about to be turned into war machines and puppet tools by the mysterious masked man, the two couldn't help but burst into anger. At the same time, with a roar, he also burst out his own chakra and strength, and counterattacked towards the mysterious masked man and the new Jinchuriki 6 paths. In addition to the battlefields of all parties, this battle will also determine the outcome of the entire 4th Ninja World War, and even the fate of the entire ninja world. The war broke out completely. Now, the mysterious masked man leads the new Jinchuriki 6 paths and storms towards Uzumaki Naruto and Killer Bee. For a moment, an unprecedented Jinchuriki war kicked off. Although the new Jinchuriki 6 paths are also quite powerful and have the Sharingan and Rinnegan installed, their opponents are by no means simple. One is the perfect 8-tails Jinchuriki Killer Bee, the strongest of the tailed beast Jinchuriki. The other is Uzumaki Naruto, who has mastered the 9-tails chakra mode. Although he has not yet reached the perfect state, the tail beast in his body is the strongest of the 9-tailed beasts, the 9-tails demon. In terms of strength, he is no longer inferior to Killer Bee. The two cooperated tacitly, and instantly counterattacked towards the 6 Jinchuriki. In the golden body mode of Uzumaki Naruto, the speed is unimaginable, and he can even dodge the full blow of the 4th Raikage. At this moment, chakra and power erupted, flew out in an instant, and greeted 4-tails Jinchuriki Lao Z first. And at this moment, 4-tails Jinchuriki, Lao Z, also exploded with his own strength. Lava-style chakra mode. This is his unique ability, which can manipulate the power of magma, and protect the whole body with magma-like armor, integrating attack and defense. Not only can burst out a powerful offensive, but also can defend against all attacks of the enemy. Uzumaki Naruto suddenly hit the hand of Nine-Tails chakra, and the golden chakra stretched instantly, heading towards Four-Tails Jinchuriki Lao Z crit. Lao Z was not in a hurry, and actually resisted the horse with the armor of lava-style chakra mode. Then broke out his ninjutsu, lava-style, burning river rock technique. Immediately, a large number of magma fireballs spewed out from his mouth, bursting towards the direction of Uzumaki Naruto. Each fireball is wrapped in thick and burning magma. The heat is amazing. Once you touch it, you will be seriously injured. Uzumaki Naruto was also taken aback, and hurriedly dodged to avoid the first few, and then burst out his own Rasengan to bombard the unavoidable magma fireball. Boom. 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 In an instant, the two forces exploded apart, turned into violent wind and magma, and exploded in all directions. Uzumaki Naruto's Rasengan, of course taught by Jiraiya. Now, after mastering the Nine-Tails chakra mode, you can use it more freely. Uzumaki Naruto blasted Lao Z's burning river rock technique, and was just about to attack and counterattack when another Jinchuriki, Five-Tails Jinchuriki, rushed forward. Boil-style's terrifying chakra erupted all over his body, as if steam was burning and rising crazily. Boiling water vapor was sprayed from the back of his whole body, and his speed and strength instantly increased to ultimate. Boil-style. Unparalleled power. For a moment, Han suddenly raised his strength to ultimate, and came here with a fierce punch. In a panic, Uzumaki Naruto quickly brought out the Nine-Tails chakra mode, and the hand of the Nine-Tails chakra instantly turned into a barrier, resisting in front of him. But the opponent's terrifying strange power still blasted Uzumaki Naruto into the air. Boom. There was a loud noise. Even Uzumaki Naruto in Nine-Tails chakra mode couldn't help shouting. A lot of power, and at the same time. Eight-Tails Killer Bee, the king who is fighting fiercely with his predecessor Bubi. Although Bruby is also an Eight-Tails Jinchuriki, he does not have the perfect Jinchuriki mode like Killer Bee. If it is a one-on-one match, Killer Bee will not lose to him at all. But, at this moment, Three-Tails Jinchuriki, also Yagura of 4th Mizukage, suddenly appeared from the formation, and immediately launched his own secret technique. Mystery. Coral Palm. Suddenly, Yagura slapped down with a palm, and immediately knocked Killer Bee into the air. And behind him, a huge coral grew in an instant. Not only the pain was unbearable, but also this thick and huge obstacle delayed and hindered Killer Bee's ability to move. Bu Ruby took the opportunity to catch up and sent Killer Bee flying. Although Uzumaki Naruto and Killer Bee are strong, but facing the 6 Jinchuriki at the same time, of course it is impossible to win easily. What's more, these 6 Jinchuriki also have Sharingan and Rinnegan, which can share vision with each other, and can even observe the chakra and actions of 2 people, almost completely invincible. Fortunately, the mysterious masked man has no way to end the battle by himself if he wants to manipulate the new Jinchuriki's 6 paths, otherwise the 2 of them will be even more difficult to resist. Uzumaki Naruto, under the cooperation of Lao Z and Han, and Killer Bee, under the cooperation of Bruby and Yagura, are temporarily at a disadvantage. But the 2 of them didn't fear or evade, they just wanted to explode with even stronger power. Suddenly, One-Tail Jinchuriki Point's Blessings, and 6-Tails Jinchuriki Kamikaze also launched their own power at the same time. The Great Burial Seal of the Desert Layer. Water Style. Foam Technique. One is to manipulate a huge amount of sand to form overwhelming sea waves, which come towards the 2 people to suppress the seal. One is to create countless bubbles, but once it touches the enemy, it will explode violently immediately. Both of them didn't care about their companions, those people were already dead. But of course Uzumaki Naruto and Killer Bee can't be ignored. Looking at this scene, they immediately retreated and dodged at the same time. After finally avoiding the Great Burial Seal in the desert layer, but being affected by those ubiquitous bubble explosions, he seemed very embarrassed for a while. Fortunately, both of them entered the half-tail beast form, and under the defense of the tail beast chakra's coat, they were not really hurt. But the 2 looked at each other, and both were a little out of breath. Even the most powerful 8-Tails and 9-Tails Jinchuriki, but facing 6 Jinchuriki, or a Jinchuriki with Sharingan and Rinnegan that cooperate with each other, it is still difficult to win. The mysterious masked man sneered. What 8-Tails is the perfect Jinchuriki? What is the most powerful 9-Tails Jinchuriki? In my opinion, it's nothing more than that. Killer Bee. Uzumaki Naruto, today is the day you both die. Then, I will strip the tail beasts from your body, revive 10 tails, activate infinite Tsukuyomi, realize Project Tsuki no Mi, and bring real peace to this ninja world. Uzumaki Naruto snorted, stop talking nonsense. The kind of peace you're talking about is phony. If you want real peace, you have to rely on your own efforts, not dreaming in that illusion. Killer Bee laughed. Well said, Naruto, idiot, bastard, oh yeah. The mysterious masked man sneered. Stop talking nonsense, I want to see how you resist my new Jinchuriki 6 paths. For a moment, he manipulated all the Jinchuriki 6 paths, and launched a fierce attack on the two at the same time again. Uzumaki Naruto and Killer Bee exchanged glances. This time, the two no longer fought alone, but chose to join forces, a two-person team, and fight side by side. At the time when the ninja coalition forces of the 5 major countries were fighting fiercely with the Akatsuki organization and the White Zetsu army. Now, headquarters of the Ninja Alliance. Here is the base camp after the entire Fourth Ninja World War. In addition to Qian Yu, the president-commander of the 5 major countries, who sits here and commands the entire battlefield, there are also elite ninjas drawn from other major countries. For example, Nara Shikahisa, the head of the Nara clan, Yamanaka Haichi, the head of the Yamanaka clan, Mabui, secretary of the 4th Raikage of Cloud Shinobi Village, and so on. These people are responsible for the work of the headquarters such as intelligence transmission, communication, tactical analysis, and planning arrangements. Qian Yu is of course the final decision maker. When he walked into the command center again, Nara Luju stood up immediately. The president is handsome. Well, how's the battle going? Nara Luju said. The battle situation in the 5 major countries is basically stable, because the president marshal sent Orochimaru to find Yakushi Kabuto, and successfully unlocked the reanimation jutsu, so that the impure world reincarnation army organized by Akatsuki ascended to heaven, causing the enemy's power has been reduced by half in an instant. As for the other White Zetsu army, they don't pose much of a threat. Other than that, they are members of the Akatsuki organization itself. However, Uchiha Itachi has been killed by Uchiha Sasuke, Shimura Danzo has been killed by Master Tsunade, and Yakushi Kabuto has been captured alive by Master Orochimaru. A few people such as Kakuzu, Deidara, and the Red Sand Scorpion got off. Whether it is the main battlefield of the 5 major countries, or the battlefields of the ninja coalition forces of the Iron Kingdom and other small countries, they are now in a state of completely suppressing the enemy. However, the mysterious masked man who called himself Uchiha Madara reappeared and created new Jinchuriki 6 paths, both with Sharingan and Rinnegan, but. Qian Yu asked. What? Nara smiled wryly. 8 tails Jinchuriki Killer Bee, and 9 tails Jinchuriki Uzumaki Naruto broke free from the shackles of the enchantment and went to the battlefield to fight, and the two of them also encountered the mysterious masked man and his Jinchuriki 6 paths. Qian Yu couldn't help being taken aback for a moment, then shook his head. Unexpectedly, although I have changed the ninja world too much, the two of them still encountered the mysterious masked man after all. Maybe this is the so-called fate. But the current Killer Bee or Uzumaki Naruto may not be the opponent of the masked man plus Jinchuriki 6 paths. Uzumaki Naruto has only practiced 9 tails chakra mode, not even sage mode, and his strength is not stronger than in the original work. As for Killer Bee, he has strength, but he is too reckless and impulsive, and his combat IQ is seriously insufficient. What's more, 2 people have to face 6 Jinchuriki. No matter how you think about it, they will still be at a disadvantage. Then, Qian Yu nodded, thought for a moment and said, among the battlefields of the 5 major powers, the battlefield where the situation has been stabilized, immediately dispatch elite ninjas, mainly in teams, to assist 8 tails and 9 tails to enter. Others continue to fight, and after cleaning the entire battlefield, go to help. The battlefield there will be the final battlefield. Nara Luju immediately said, yes, the president is handsome. He immediately conveyed it to Yamanaka Hai, and Yamanaka Hai immediately activated his Yamanaka family secret technique, conveying Qian Yu's information and orders to all the ninjas in the entire Ninja Alliance. The most obvious place where they were clearly in the upper hand, and the victory was decided, was the battlefield between Kirigakure and Konoha village. Then, after receiving the order, Terumi Mei thought for a moment, and immediately dispatched Kisame Kisame and Sasuke Uchiha to support the 8 tails and 9 tails Jinchuriki battlefield. As for Konoha village, Tsunade also dispatched Hitaki Kakashi and Might Guy to support. As for the others, continue to mop up the entire White Zetsu army, and after clearing the entire battlefield, go to support according to the order of President Marshal Qian Yu. As for Cloud Shinobi Village, 4th Raikage was also angry and helpless when he heard about Killer Bee's unauthorized actions. He also immediately dispatched Darui and Shi to support. Iwagakure also dispatched the father-daughter duo of Yellow Earth and Black Earth. As for Sanagakure, no support has been dispatched for the time being. The ninja coalition forces of the Iron Country and other small countries are also fighting fiercely with the White Zetsu army led by Kakuzu, and have no time to take care of other battlefields. This moment, Uzumaki Naruto and Killer Bee, indeed, have slowly fallen into the downwind. Although the two of them worked together and cooperated very tacitly, after all, 2 fists were no match for 4 hands. The mysterious masked man broke out with all his strength, manipulating the new Jinchuriki 6 paths, and launched a fierce attack at the same time. Immediately, the tail beast chakra soared into the sky crazily, bursting out, sweeping the entire battlefield in it, and the violent killing intent was boiling. Uzumaki Naruto panted heavily, and couldn't help frowning. Uncle Bai. I'm afraid it's not good to go on like this. Killer Bee also shouted loudly. These guys are really hard to deal with. They really deserve to be the former Jinchuriki, idiots, bastards, oh yeah. The mysterious masked man sneered and said, now, it's time to catch the 2 of you who slipped through the net. For a moment, he manipulated all the new Jinchuriki 6 paths, and all of them turned into half-tailed beasts collectively, turning into the blood-red chakra coat form, and the violent chakra and power soared crazily. Uzumaki Naruto and Killer Bee were shocked, and the 6 Jinchuriki who turned into half-tailed beasts burst out all kinds of berserk ninjutsu, secret arts, and blood succession limit at the same time, and all of them merged with the power of tailed beasts. Boom. 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 The terrifying offensive was like a tidal wave, and the stormy waves rolled in, which shocked Uzumaki Naruto and Killer Bee for a moment. But at this moment, water style, big shark bomb technique. Sword of Susanoo flame control. 2 figures rushed to the battlefield suddenly, one burst out its killer weapon, water-style big shark technique, which can devour the enemy's chakra and power for me to use, and in turn attack the enemy's terrifying ninjutsu. The other is Susanoo, who directly opened the 4th form, the full version of the huge chakra golem, and suddenly waved the chakra sword in his hand. Boom. For a moment, the 2 forces, plus Uzumaki Naruto and Killer Bee's own power, all merged into one, and headed towards the new Jinchuriki 6 paths in a crazy counterattack. Boom. Boom. All of a sudden, heaven and earth shattered. With the help of reinforcements, Uzumaki Naruto and Killer Bee even suppressed Jinchuriki 6 paths. This made Uzumaki Naruto and Killer Bee overjoyed, while the mysterious masked man frowned and his face changed drastically. The 3 of them looked at the person who came at the same time. They were the 2 first to arrive among the Ninja Coalition reinforcements sent by Qian Yu, the elite ninjas of Kirigakure. Dried Persimmon and Ghost Shark, Uzumaki Naruto and Killer Bee time of crisis. Kirigakure's reinforcements finally arrive. Kisame and Uchiha Sasuke arrived in time, burst out their own chakra and strength at the same time, merged with the offensive of Uzumaki Naruto and Killer Bee, and resisted the joint offensive of Jinchuriki 6 paths. For a while, the mysterious masked man was shocked. Uzumaki Naruto and Killer Bee looked at the 2 behind them at the same time. Are you, Uchiha Sasuke? Of course Uzumaki Naruto will not forget this man. Moreover, there is also an agreement between the 2 of them for the Battle of the Valley of the End. Uchiha Sasuke nodded calmly. I came to help you under the order of Master, no, the President Marshal. Uzumaki Naruto knew that it was Qian Yu. For a while, I was very grateful to, but I also felt competitive with Uchiha Sasuke. The 2 are always rivals, and this time is no exception. Killer Bee said. Reinforcement arrived just in time. This time I will never lose to that guy who hides his head and shows his tail, idiot, bastard, oh yeah. Hoshigaki Kisame smiled, picked up the big sword Samahata, and looked in the direction of the mysterious masked man. Besides this masked man, are there 6 Jinchuriki? No wonder even 8 tails and 9 tails can't stop them. The mysterious masked man sneered and said, do you think the whole situation of the battle can be reversed by the arrival of 2 reinforcements? Just a kid from the Uchiha clan, and a shark. It will only make me kill more happily. Uchiha Sasuke looked at him coldly. Masked man, I know about the extermination of the Uchiha clan, and you were also one of the behind-the-scenes and direct participants. Today, I will avenge all the dead Uchiha clan. I have killed Uchiha Itachi, you are the second. The mysterious masked man sneered, oh? Really? Unfortunately, I'm not that trash Uchiha Itachi, you want to kill me, it's just a dream. For a moment, Uchiha Sasuke manipulated Susanoo, approaching the direction of the mysterious masked man. Naruto, those Jinchuriki are left to you to deal with. Leave this man to me. Uzumaki Naruto just wanted to stop it, but then thought that he was indeed the murderer who killed the Uchiha Sasuke tribe. This time is also the time for revenge, so he smiled slightly, okay. Sasuke, let's compare and see, should you kill that man first, or should we kill these Jinchuriki first? Uchiha Sasuke is also a competitive character, of course he is not to be outdone. Good. Immediately, Uchiha Sasuke manipulated Susanoo, suddenly waved the chakra sword in his hand, and bombarded the mysterious masked man. The mysterious masked man sneered, he didn't dodge at all, and let Chakra's great sword hit his body fiercely. Of course, he immediately activated the Kamui hollow ability, allowing all the berserk attacks to pass through, leaving him completely unscathed. Uchiha Sasuke, don't think you are invincible because you have activated Susanoo. My power is beyond what a brat like you can imagine. Uchiha Sasuke was also taken aback. His current strength is indeed quite strong, but the opponent's Kamui hollow ability can be immune to almost all physical attacks and ninjutsu damage. It's like hitting the cotton with an iron fist, it doesn't make any sense at all. He frowned, knowing that this battle was not as simple as he imagined. And at the same time, Uzumaki Naruto, Killer Bee, and the tailless beast Kisame are also equal to the 3 major Jinchuriki, fighting against the 6 major Jinchuriki. Killer Bee said loudly, this place is too narrow, let me clean up the battlefield. For a moment, he immediately entered the form of a tailed beast, almost without spending any time. This is the so-called perfect Jinchuriki, which is a complete partner with the tailed beast in the body, without any risk or price. Immediately, the berserk chakra and the power scatter in all directions. The huge 8 tails Gyuki body completely descended on the battlefield. Huge bullhead, plus 8 huge octopus-like tails, or tentacles, like a real monster. Tail Beast Volume 8. Immediately, 8 tails Gyuki's body twisted violently, the 8 octopus tentacles wrapped tightly around his body, and then exploded suddenly when they wrapped around Ultimate. An extremely violent hurricane was formed, and it swept away in all directions. Boom. Boom. This terrifying power is like a tornado destroying the parking lot, sweeping away the entire battlefield, the jungle, and the ground, causing the sky to shatter and the earth to shatter, flying sand and rocks. Uzumaki Naruto and Kisame Kisami's expressions also changed. Okay, that's great. As expected of 8 tails Jinchuriki. At this moment, the 6 Jinchuriki were also swept away by this berserk force, and they all collapsed to the ground. But they are Jinchuriki after all, and they are also the body of impure world reincarnation, they were only temporarily knocked down, and soon stood up again. Kisame smiled. Then, let me contribute my own strength. Water style. Big water burst, immediately. Boom. 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 From the sky of Hoshigaki Kisame, an unimaginably huge amount of seawater spewed out, suddenly covering the sky and covering the sun, sweeping away the entire area, forming a huge plain and a battlefield with a large sunken pit, which instantly became a piece of lake and ocean. This terrifying chakra, this extremely powerful water style, shocked Uzumaki Naruto and Killer Bee again. Killer Bee also sighed. As this Kirigakir's tailless beast? Sure enough, chakra is quite scary, stupid, bastard, oh yeah. And at this moment, those Jinchuriki 6 paths who had just stood up again were once again submerged by the blast wave, and were either blown away by the flood for a while, or were directly submerged in the huge lake. Uzumaki Naruto saw that the other 2 were showing off Kamui, and he was not far behind, smiled slightly and said, then let me show the results of my practice over the years. 9 tails chakra mode, wind style, spiral shuriken. Uzumaki Naruto burst out his own chakra and strength. This move is the perfect wind style spiral shuriken created after successfully practicing the 9 tails chakra mode. Different from the original. In the original work, Uzumaki Naruto developed the wind style spiral shuriken under the guidance of Hitaki Kakashi and Yamato, but it was only an unfinished version at that time, and the damage to himself was also great, which was equivalent to killing 1,000 enemies, self-defeating 800, and even Tsunade banned him from using it again. It wasn't until he practiced in Sage Mode on Mount Myoboku that Uzumaki Naruto developed the wind-style spiral shuriken to ultimate based on senjutsu. It was a terrifying force that even Pen 6 Paths feared. In this world, Uzumaki Naruto also developed the wind-style spiral shuriken, but he has never practiced senjutsu, so he developed it to perfection after obtaining the Nine-Tails chakra mode. Although different paths lead to the same goal, one is the fusion of the magic chakra, and the other is the fusion of the power of the tailed beast. At this moment, Uzumaki Naruto suddenly used the hands of Nine-Tails chakra to create a wind-style spiral shuriken, and then shot it in the direction of Jinchuriki 6 Paths instantly. At this time, many of the new Jinchuriki 6 Paths who were severely injured by Killer Bee's tailed beast 8 scrolls and Kisami's big burst of water have not had time to fully recover from their injuries. It was hit again by Uzumaki Naruto's wind-style spiral shuriken. Immediately, boom, boom, boom. There was a huge roar and explosion on the entire battlefield again, and the sky and earth were shattered for a while, and the sea was turbulent, and the blessing of one-tailed Jinchuriki, Ten-Tails Jinchuriki Kamikaze, was directly blasted to pieces. However, soon the bodies of the two began to recover rapidly again. Uzumaki Naruto, Killer Bee, and Hoshigaki Kisame certainly didn't want to give them this chance. Immediately rushed forward to make up the knife. But at this time, 3 Tails Jinchuriki Yagura, 4 Tails Jinchuriki Lao Z, 5 Tails Jinchuriki Han, 8 Tails Jinchuriki Bu Ruby also rushed forward to intercept the 3 of them. Suddenly, a real fierce battle broke out, and the other side. The battle between Uchiha Sasuke and the mysterious masked man is still going on. Although Uchiha Sasuke's strength has skyrocketed at this moment, the double Mangekyo Sharingan Amaterasu, Flame Control, and even Susanoo have also opened up to the full version of the 4th form. It even incorporates Hashirama cells, so powerful that it can be regarded as one of the pinnacles in the entire Uchiha family. However, the same is true for the mysterious masked man at the moment. Although he only has one Mangekyo Sharingan, it is the most buggy Kamui Mangekyo Sharingan among Hokage ninjas. Coupled with another Rinnegan, the pupil power is even more terrifying. Although Uchiha Sasuke attacked one after another, they were all easily resolved by the mysterious masked man. Either use Kamui's hollow ability to escape Uchiha Sasuke's offensive, or use Rinnegan's pupil power to launch various 6 Paths powers, such as Shenluo Tianzhong, devouring and absorbing chakra and ninjutsu, etc. Only, the mysterious masked man is not having a good time either. On the one hand, if he wants to manipulate the Jinchuriki 6 Paths to fight, his own strength will inevitably decrease a lot, not to mention that he will be distracted and unable to concentrate on fighting. At this moment, the power he can exert is only about half. But even so, Uchiha Sasuke couldn't help frowning. Yusaka no Tama. Immediately, a series of Susanoo chakra shells burst out in the form of Yusaka's Guyu. Boom. Boom. In an instant, the entire battlefield was blasted into huge pits. However, the mysterious masked man still uses Kamui's pupil power and hollow evades all attacks. Hateful. If this goes on, my attacks won't be able to really hurt him. Can his ability penetrate all attacks? Uchiha Sasuke was also analyzing the opponent's abilities. Qian Yu didn't tell Uchiha Sasuke the secret of the mysterious masked man. Mainly because, the mysterious masked man is left to Hitaki Kakashi to deal with. Of course, if Uchiha Sasuke can analyze the opponent's ability and weakness by himself, and defeat him, then Qian Yu will be extremely gratified. The mysterious masked man sneered and said, Uchiha Sasuke, you are indeed talented, and you can be regarded as a real genius among the Uchiha clan. It's a pity that with your current strength, it's not enough to compete with me. If I hadn't been distracted by manipulating Jinchuriki 6 Paths, and my current strength is less than half, you would have died a long time ago. Uchiha Sasuke also snorted coldly, Masked Man, you are all nonsense. If it weren't for the Jinchuriki 6 Paths, you would have died several times by now as well. Don't think that with Mangekyo Sharingan and Rinnegan, you can counter the strength of the 4 of us? The mysterious masked man said, you have a sharp mouth. However, it's meaningless, you can't hurt me at all. Uchiha Sasuke said, really? Your hollow ability is also Mangekyo Sharingan's pupil power? And it's a space-time ninjutsu. Although I don't understand the principle, in any case, even if you can dodge all attacks with hollow, if you want to attack me, you must be in a physical state, right? Otherwise the attack would not be able to be sent out, so mouth. As long as you seize the moment when you attack me and launch a counterattack, you can completely break your ability. The mysterious masked man was taken aback. He didn't expect that Uchiha Sasuke could also think of this level. Although he didn't discover the real secret of Kamui, but he also thought of a way to crack it and deal with it. It made him dream back to the night of the Nine-Tails Rebellion. The moment when he was beaten up by 4th Hokage, his master, Yellow Flash Namikaze Minato. Immediately, this made him even more angry. HMPH, so what if you find out? Only by you can seize the moment of my attack and launch a counterattack? Don't forget, I not only have Mangekyo Sharingan, but also the God Eye of Sage of Six Paths, Rinnegan's pupil power. The mysterious masked man burst out the double pupil power of Mangekyo Sharingan and Rinnegan at the same time, and for a while, the entire battlefield set off a violent chakra and power again. You can't defeat me alone, Kwang Chibo Sasuke. But at this moment, suddenly, two voices sounded from outside the battlefield. Is it? What if we add the two of us? The mysterious masked man was taken aback, turned his head suddenly, and saw two extremely familiar figures. Hitaki Kakashi and Might Guy. Hitaki Kakashi and Might Guy arrive on the battlefield. As new reinforcements, the addition of Hitaki Kakashi and Might Guy has changed the entire battle situation once again. And the mysterious masked man saw Hitaki Kakashi, and his expression changed dramatically. This old enemy of his life, once the best companion and best friend, is now the most hated existence. Hitaki Kakashi. The mysterious masked man couldn't help roaring angrily. Hitaki Kakashi also frowned slightly. Who are you? Why do you hate me so much? The mysterious masked man sneered and said, you won't know, and you don't deserve it. Even if I add the two of you, you will never be my opponent. Alright, I'm here today, let's end everything. Immediately. The mysterious masked man manipulated the Jinchuriki Six Paths and launched a fierce attack on everyone at the same time. This time, instead of splitting into two groups, he let the Jinchuriki Six Paths surround him to attack together. The other side. Uzumaki Naruto, Killer Bee, Uchiha Sasuke, Hoshigaki Kisame, Hitaki Kakashi, Might Guy. This lineup can be said to be the top combat power among the 5 major countries. The two most powerful Jinchuriki, plus the fusion of Hashirama cells, Uchiha Sasuke who opened the Mangekyo Sharingan, plus Hitaki 50-50, Might 1-for-1, and Hoshigaki Kisame, the tailless beast, is even enough to suppress 8 tails perfects the power of Jinchuriki Killer Bee, and also claims to be the best at capturing tail beast Jinchuriki. The current battle situation has changed from the previous 2 versus 7 to 6 versus 7. Might Guy said, Kakashi, have you fought this man before? Can you tell me about his strengths and weaknesses? Hitaki Kakashi nodded. Yeah. The last time I was in Turtle Island, I probably figured out the mystery of his hollow ability. However, because the Akatsuki organization was defeated by Master Qian Yu later, there was no time to test the truth. At this moment, Uchiha Sasuke also joined in, and said calmly, although I don't know the real mystery of his hollow ability, I should seize the moment of his attack and launch a counterattack to crack it. Hitaki Kakashi glanced at him. Uchiha Sasuke? What an amazing guy. To be able to think of this level is worthy of being Master Ziyu's beloved son. Uchiha Sasuke said, however, he is also very aware of his weakness and will definitely be on guard against it, so it would be better if you can decipher the real secret of this move. Hitaki Kakashi nodded. From my previous battle observations with him, his hollow ability is undoubtedly a kind of spacetime ninjutsu, which is somewhat similar to the pupil power of my left eye. So, I speculate that his hollow didn't really make the body disappear, but transferred the attacked body parts to a different space. In this way, it seems that it has indeed disappeared from this world. Might Guy was dumbfounded. Kakashi, can you make it simpler? Uchiha Sasuke has already understood. I see. That is to say, when my grass-shaving sword hits his body, the hit part will automatically transfer to the different space he controls, making my attack look like it was completely missed and penetrated. Same. Hitaki Kakashi said. Exactly. Uchiha Sasuke said. It's just that, even if this is the case, it is difficult to crack this trick. Unless we can connect to the different space he controls. Hitaki Kakashi was silent for a long time. I have a guess that maybe it can be done. Uchiha Sasuke was taken aback. What? Can you do this kind of thing? According to Uchiha Sasuke's inference, the unique space of the mysterious masked man must not be connected with anyone. But now, Hitaki Kakashi says that he can connect to his other dimension. Hitaki Kakashi sighed. I'm just guessing too. And, if this speculation is true, I'm afraid there will be more terrible things to happen. These words made everyone puzzled. Only the mysterious masked man himself understands what Hitaki Kakashi means. He even guessed that Hitaki Kakashi was already doubting his true identity. It can be inferred to this extent: if there is no doubt, then it is not Hitaki Kakashi. The mysterious masked man sneered, Kakashi, you are really amazing. It's a pity that even if I can analyze my ability, it's still a daydream to crack it. Hitaki Kakashi shook his head. No, if my analysis is correct, it is not difficult to decipher your ability. Guy, Naruto, Bai, Kisame, the four of you go to fight against the other person. Sasuke and I are here to crack his secret thoroughly. Might Guy nodded. He was better at dealing with the Jinchuriki, a head-to-head enemy like the tailed beast. As for the Kamui hollow ability of the mysterious masked man, it can be said to be the most difficult for him. And the rest of these people are the same: Uzumaki Naruto, Killer Bee, Hoshigaki Kisame, all belong to the ninja type with superior strength and great strength, but they are not good at dealing with this strange ability. So, all four nodded and launched a fierce attack in the direction of Jinchuriki's 6 paths. In terms of pure power, in the entire ninja world, there is no stronger existence than these 4 people. The strongest taijutsu ninja, perfect 8 tails Jinchuriki, 9 tails chakra mode, plus tailless beast. For a moment, Berserk offensive exploded crazily, even forcing Jinchuriki's 6 paths back for a while. Water style, Sensakuma technique, wind style, spiral shuriken, dress up. 8 tails mysteries, tail beast 8 scrolls. 8 inner gates formation, 6th gate, open. To the peacock. In an instant, these 4 people simultaneously erupted their respective esoteric ninjutsu, and suddenly the berserk chakra surged out crazily and stormed towards the light path of Jinchuriki. Suddenly, the sky fell apart, the sun and the moon turned dark, and the entire battlefield seemed to be turned into ruins. Jinchuriki's 6 paths couldn't resist this violent joint attack for a while, and they were all knocked down to the ground one after another, unable to struggle. At the same time, Hitaki Kakashi and Uchiha Sasuke, also facing the mysterious masked man, are ready to launch their own cracking Kamui tactics. Hitaki Kakashi informs Uchiha Sasuke of his tactics. Uchiha Sasuke nodded, and soon the two cooperated very tacitly and launched the first wave of offensive. The original 2 people should be master and apprentice. It's just that in this ninja world, everything has changed because of Qian Yu's intervention. However, the 2 people are indeed very similar. Both are true genius ninjas, both are good at lightning style, both have Mangekyo Sharingan, and have the same powerful mind and analytical ability. So at this time, although the 2 people are not familiar with each other, there is also a feeling of sympathy and hatred for seeing each other. Hitaki Kakashi gave an order. Sasuke, it's now. Immediately. Boom. Boom. Uchiha Sasuke raised the pupil power of Mangekyo Sharingan to ultimate in an instant, bursting out his strongest secret, non-full version of the 4th form Susanoo. Afterwards, he immediately manipulated Susanoo and unleashed his fastest attacking move. Ancient Maga Bow of Heaven, Arrow of Flame Control. Immediately. With a loud noise, burning with Amaterasu's indestructible black flame, pulled the arrow, and, burst shot out, from Susanoo's Chakra's arms and big bow. The target is right, the mysterious masked man. This trick is to make the mysterious masked man unavoidable and can only be penetrated by using Kamui Hollow. Really. The mysterious masked man's eyes changed slightly, and before he could escape, he subconsciously activated Kamui Hollow in an instant. Buzz. As expected, the arrow of flame control shuttled past fiercely, as if it was completely penetrated by the opponent's ability, without any damage. But, at the same instant, what the mysterious masked man didn't expect was Hitaki Kakashi let Uchiha Sasuke shoot an arrow at himself too. Also Susanoo, arrow of flame control. Facing this arrow, Hitaki Kakashi didn't have any other way to dodge. The only way is to Mangekyo Sharingan Hitomi Power, Kamui activation. Immediately, Hitaki Kakashi activated the Kamui ability of the left eye, twisting, swallowing, absorbing the arrow of flame control directly, and transferring it to the Kamui space. The 2 arrows at this instant happened almost exactly at the same time. And Hitaki Kakashi, when he activated Kamui, devoured and absorbed the arrow of flame control, he also grasped the timing to score exactly. Then, an unbelievable scene appeared. The mysterious masked man, obviously hollow, penetrated the arrow of flame control, but the next moment, his body was suddenly pierced, and even blazed with Amaterasu black flames. For a moment, Uchiha Sasuke also widened his eyes. It worked. Kakashi, so your deduction is absolutely correct. However, at this moment, Hitaki Kakashi, who has clearly succeeded, is not happy at all. Panting heavily, he looked at the mysterious masked man who was hit by the flame control arrow in disbelief. You, who are you? Where did you get that Mangekyo Sharingan of yours? Now, the mysterious masked man has no time to take Hitaki Kakashi's question into consideration. He also didn't expect that Hitaki Kakashi and Uchiha Sasuke would cooperate so well, and they really solved his own Kamui mystery. The other four were fighting fiercely in the Jinchuriki 6 paths, but they couldn't help being shocked when they saw this scene. Uzumaki Naruto hurriedly asked, "What the hell is going on, Mr. Kakashi? Our previous attack was completely penetrated by him. Why did the arrow hit him just now?" Hitaki Kakashi didn't have time to explain at all. Instead, Uchiha Sasuke said, "That means, Hitaki Kakashi's deduction just now is correct. The masked man's ability is to transfer the hit body part to a different space at the moment of being hit, so that it looks like it has disappeared from this world, or it has been penetrated. However, Hitaki Kakashi also has space ninjutsu, which is the pupil power Kamui of the left eye Mangekyo Sharingan. His ability is to transfer other objects or attacks to a different space as well. So at the moment just now, in order to avoid the arrow of flame control, the masked man transferred a part of his body to a different space, but Hitaki Kakashi also absorbed my other arrow of flame control with Kamui at that moment, and transferred it to the same place, different space. So, in another different space, part of the body of the masked man who avoided the first arrow was hit by the second arrow transferred by Hitaki Kakashi Kamui. This is the truth and mystery of everything. The most important thing is that Kakashi's Kamui space is indeed connected with the masked man's space." Might Guy frowned and said, "What's going on? Could it be that all time and space ninjutsu, the different spaces controlled, are connected?" Uchiha Sasuke shook his head. He didn't understand the question either. Hitaki Kakashi sighed. "No, it's not. Just me and him." Might Guy's heart was shocked. No matter how dull he was, he suddenly came to his senses. After all, he is the one who is most aware of the existence of the story between Hitaki Kakashi and Uchiha Obito. Could it be, Kakashi, that eye is? Hitaki Kakashi also panted heavily, and asked weakly and flusteredly, "Masked man, tell me, where did you get that eye?" Now, the mysterious masked man suddenly activated Rinnegan's pupil power. Hungry Kito's ability, sealing technique suction. Immediately, the Amaterasu black flames burning ragingly on his body were instantly devoured and absorbed and extinguished. As for the huge hole pierced through the body, although it looks shocking, the mysterious masked man doesn't seem to care. Combining the power of Hashirama cells, plus the pupil power of Mangekyo Sharingan and Rinnegan, although the masked man at this moment is not as good as the near-immortal body in the Six Paths realm, his vitality is unimaginable. He looked at Hitaki Kakashi coldly. "Is this Mangekyo Sharingan? It was obtained from that battlefield. That place seems to be called Kami no Bridge." Hitaki Kakashi was shocked. His face lost all color, white. You said. Kanabi Bridge." Might Guy was also shocked. This name is the pain and regret of Hitaki Kakashi's life. It can be said that it is the biggest shadow deep in my heart. Difficult. Could it be that you are Uchiha, Naotacho? Hitaki Kakashi and Might Guy fell into deep shock when they heard the words Kanabihashi. Especially Hitaki Kakashi seems to have been hit on the nail. In an instant, the whole person fell into panic and despair. Difficult. Could it be that you are? That man's name was trembling on the edge of his mouth, but he didn't dare to say it. Might Guy spoke out for him. Uchiha Obito? Uzumaki Naruto, Uchiha Sasuke and others were not familiar with this name, and they looked confused for a while. The mysterious masked man was still very indifferent, and sneered, "Uchiha Obito? Who is that?" Might Guy was taken aback. "Aren't you him?" "But that's right, that man died in the Battle of Kanabi Bridge as early as the Third Ninja World War. Kakashi saw it with his own eyes. Could it be that you got the Mangekyo Sharingan from his corpse?" Uzumaki Naruto couldn't help covering his head and said, "Mr. Kakashi, Mr. Thick Eyebrows, what's going on? Who is Uchiha Obito? What is the Battle of Kanabi Bridge?" Might Guy said, "Uchiha Obito is a Konoha village ninja from the same class as me, Kakashi. I was a teammate with Kakashi, but during the Third Ninja World War, he died in the Battle of Kanabi Bridge. Before he died, he gave Kakashi one of his Sharingan. In other words, Uchiha Sasuke was the first to understand. It turns out that it is because they are originally the same pair of Sharingan, so they will communicate with each other, and the different space they have is also the same piece of connected different space. That's why Kakashi deduced the other eye based on this, which is the eye of his former companion, Uchiha Obito. Uzumaki Naruto also half understood, but seeing Hitaki Kakashi's appearance, it is obvious that Uchiha Obito has an unimaginable profound meaning to him. Might Guy also sighed. During the Battle of Kanabi Bridge, Obito died because he saved Kakashi's life, so Kakashi has always been very regretful and painful, and he would go to the memorial monument every day to express condolences and visit Obito, even every time we'll forget the time. Uzumaki Naruto suddenly realized. I see, no wonder Mr. Kakashi is late every day. But in that case, isn't that Uchiha Obito already dead? Who is the man in front of me? Might Guy shook his head. Then I don't know. Hitaki Kakashi gasped. Are you him? The mysterious masked man sneered. Shut up, Kakashi. A guy like you who can only play tricks is not qualified to ask such a question. In the final analysis, you are just a genius ninja who deceives the world and steals your name. In essence, you are still a waste who can't even keep your promise. Hitaki Kakashi was shocked even more. Keep your word. You mean Lin. Uzumaki Naruto scratched his head again. Who is Lin? Might Guy said. It was another teammate from the same class as Kakashi and Obito. Before Obito died, he asked Kakashi to take good care of Lin, but in the end, Lin also died on the battlefield, and died voluntarily by Kakashi. Hands, which also plunged Kakashi into deeper despair. Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke exchanged glances. From this point of view, even if the man in front of him is not Uchiha Obito, he must be inextricably linked with him. No wonder, he holds a grudge every time he sees Hitaki Kakashi. Hitaki Kakashi panted. Yes, is it about Rin's death? The mysterious masked man roared, shut up. Don't mention Lin's name again from your mouth. But the more he said that, the more he admitted that he was Uchiha Obito. For a while, the complex emotions in Hitaki Kakashi's heart surged out, and the whole person seemed to have turned into a walking dead, and he could no longer continue to act. Might Guy looked at him and couldn't help sighing. Uzumaki Naruto said, Mr. Kakashi, even if he is Uchiha Obito, he is now an enemy. Besides, the Ninja World War was launched. The enemy of the entire ninja world needs you to deal with him most at this time. You can't be merciful just because of the old relationship before. However, at this time, Hitaki Kakashi couldn't hear anyone talking at all. He has completely fallen into pain and despair. Might Guy said, Naruto, Kakashi may not be able to bear the truth for a while now, and we need to help him at this time. Uzumaki Naruto nodded. Okay, thick eyebrow teacher. For a moment, Might Guy, Kisame, and Killer Bee once again launched a fierce attack on Jinchuriki 6 paths. Uzumaki Naruto, on the other hand, joined Uchiha Sasuke's team, and the two faced the mysterious masked man together. Kakashi-sensei, don't worry, you told me that before. Never let anyone hurt your companions. I am the same now, I will never let anyone hurt you. Hitaki Kakashi was shocked. Hitaki Kakashi's words were actually what Uchiha Obito told him back then. Of course, it also includes the classic saying that people who don't value rules are trash, and those who don't value their companions are even worse than trash. Looking at Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke, they killed the mysterious masked man again. Hitaki Kakashi couldn't help but feel his heart move, as if seeing the scene from that year. Aren't Uzumaki Naruto, Uchiha Sasuke the same as me, Uchiha Obito and Nohara Lin back then? It's just that I seem to have given up on those things that I once wanted to protect with all my might. Could it be that he is not as good as the apprentice he taught? For a moment, Hitaki Kakashi was in a state of confusion. And at this moment, because of the blow just now, the mysterious masked man had a hole pierced through his entire body and was seriously injured. Although he will not die easily, it is impossible to completely eliminate this injury. Facing Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke who rushed forward, he sneered and said, in this case, I will kill you two first, and then deal with Kakashi. Fire style. Blast and flurry. Immediately, the mysterious masked man once again unleashed one of his trump cards. Fire style blast and flurry. However, Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke, at this moment, broke out their own killers at the same time. Wind Style, Spiral Shuriken, Inferno Style, Susanoo Flame Control. This strike is exactly what Namikaze Minato calls the Scorch Style, coming to Hayate Black Yaziro Style Namikaze Fusion Nirvana. Scorch Style. Come to Hayate Ukuro Yaziro Style. At this moment, Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke, without any rehearsal in advance, directly broke out this perfect combination of compound ninja techniques, joining hands for one blow. Immediately, the spiral shuriken that rotates violently like a windmill, together with the jet black chakra arrow that is burning like ink, merged into one in an instant, turning into a terrifying fusion of hurricane and flames, and shot back towards the mysterious masked man. However, the ability of the mysterious masked man still exists. Ordinary attacks, no matter how powerful they are destined to be unable to attack his body. Scorch Style comes to Hayate Black Yaziro Style, and naturally it is the same. Although, this trick is extremely powerful and terrifying, enough to destroy everything. It can be regarded as one of the top offensive ninjutsu in the entire ninja world. But still meaningless. Boom, boom, boom. Scorch Style came to the wind and jet black Yaziro Style shuttled by fiercely. The mysterious masked man was still unharmed, but the ground behind him was blasted into a huge pit, and the inside seemed to be swept by a hurricane, and the flames burned past, turned into a mess of ruins. Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke gasped. Although the power of this blow shocked the two of them, and they were also very surprised by the tacit understanding between each other, but they still didn't really hurt the mysterious mask. Uchiha Sasuke frowned. It seems that if you want to completely defeat this guy, you still need to rely on Kakashi's pupil power. Uzumaki Naruto also nodded. But, Kashi-sensei. He looked back. At this moment Hatake Kakashi was still panting heavily, as if he still hadn't recovered from the shock and despair just now. Uchiha Sasuke could only sigh. Without the help of Hatake Kakashi, Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke, although they can also contend against the power of the mysterious masked man, it is not so easy to defeat him. And this is when the mysterious masked man needs to be distracted from manipulating the Jinchuriki 6 paths. At the same time, on the other side, Killer Bee, Kisame, and Might Guy tried their best to resist the onslaught of Jinchuriki 6 paths, but it is by no means easy to completely defeat all Jinchuriki. Because of Hatake Kakashi's abnormality, the entire battlefield fell into a stalemate. But at this moment, in the battlefields between the 5 major countries and other small countries, the wars have basically ended in 7s and 8s. The rest is just some finishing touches. So, under Qian Yu's order, all the ninja coalition forces in the battlefield rushed towards the battlefield here. Qian Yu knew that the final decisive battle was to face the 2 Uchiha Madaras. Other battlefields seem to be head-to-head duels, but in the face of this highest-end combat power, it is not enough to see it all. But no matter what, the ninja coalition forces of the 5 major countries are also rushing towards the final battlefield under Qian Yu's order. Soon, the nearest Konoha village ninja coalition in the country of fire has gradually approached here. Headed by 5th Hokage Tsunade, already able to perceive the terrifying chakra emanating from afar. She also sensed the intensity of the battle ahead, and Tien Shi immediately sent Jiraiya and other elite ninjas to support them first. I am leading the Konoha Shinobi coalition forces to move on. The other side. Kirigakure also finished cleaning the battlefield and came towards the final battlefield. Although it is Kirigakure's ninja alliance, the battle is also fought in the land of the Fire Nation. After all, Kirigakure is an island far away from the sea. Whether it is the enemy's lair, or most of the battlefields are on land, there is no way to extend to the sea. Under the leadership of Terumi Mei, numerous Gongyan village ninja army gradually approached the battlefield. On other battlefields, although the White Zetsu army was almost completely wiped out, the Impure World Reincarnation army was also lifted up by the soul. But those members of the Akatsuki organization were not all defeated. Moreover, they seemed to have received some orders, and all of them suddenly started to evacuate. Of course, only a few members of the Akatsuki organization, Deidara and Kakuzu, were left. And without these last Akatsuki members as enemies, on the battlefields of Sunagakure, Iwagakure, and the small countries of Iron Country, all the ninja coalition forces also began to rush to the final battlefield. Now, the mysterious masked man also realized that the situation was not good. No matter how strong he was alone, he could not be sure of winning against Hatake Kakashi, Might Guy, Killer Bee, Uzumaki Naruto, Kisame Kaki, and Uchiha Sasuke. What's more, at this moment, The ninja coalition forces of the entire 5 major countries are gradually approaching the battlefield. For a moment, the mysterious masked man let out a roar, and immediately manipulated all the Jinchuriki 6 paths, all of them completely turned into tailed beasts. Immediately, boom, boom, boom. Unprecedented violent chakra erupted instantly and completely, because a huge monster came crashing down. In fact, the original Jinchuriki did not reach the realm of perfect Jinchuriki. However, at this time, they are all just corpses. Even if they are completely transformed into tailed beasts, they will no longer be able to occupy their bodies and wills. Most importantly, the power used to manipulate them is Rinnegan's pupil power, which completely suppresses the evil will of the tailed beasts themselves. Looking at this scene, the faces of Hitaki Kakashi, Uzumaki Naruto and others all change dramatically. The 6 tailed beasts are all completely tailed beasts. This is probably the first time for everyone except Sage of 6 Paths to see this kind of sight. Uzumaki Naruto couldn't help but shed a cold sweat. Hey, it's hard to handle now, Mr. Kakashi. Uchiha Sasuke also frowned. I didn't expect that all of them could be completely transformed into tailed beasts. Killer Bee also said, it's obviously not perfect Jinchuriki, what's going on with those guys? 8 Tails Niu Kido. Because they are all dead, they will be wantonly use the power of tailed beasts left in their bodies, completely turned into tailed beasts, but don't worry, except for 1 tail, 4 tails and 5 tails in, the other 3 Jinchuriki only have some tailed beast power remaining, and they cannot fully exert their true power. Hoshigaki Kisame smiled. That's what I said, but don't forget, these Jinchuriki are also very powerful, plus they are all equipped with the pupil power of Mangekyo Sharingan and Rinnegan. Each of them has new abilities. Might Guy nodded and said, indeed, this is really bad. Kakashi, wake up. Now is the time I need you the most. Hitaki Kakashi looked at this scene, looked at the shocked expressions of Might Guy and Uzumaki Naruto, and suddenly came to his senses. Guy and Naruto are fighting to the death, and I, as their companion, their teacher, shrink back and do nothing here. It's really bad. Guy, Naruto. Don't worry, the next step is the moment of the real decisive battle. With the awakening of Hitaki Kakashi, the entire battlefield once again entered a new stage. However, at this moment, the mysterious masked man also unleashed his full strength, and the entire Jinchuriki 6 paths went berserk in an instant, and all of them turned into completely tailed beast forms. Immediately, 6 huge monsters descended on the battlefield in an instant. This terrifying chakra and aura plunged the entire battlefield into a frenzy. Uzumaki Naruto, Killer Bee, Uchiha Sasuke, Hoshigaki Kisame, Might Guy and others couldn't help but gape. But after all, at this moment Hitaki Kakashi is finally back on his feet. Let everyone see the hope of winning. Uzumaki Naruto said, Mr. Kakashi, that's great. With your help, I can directly defeat that guy. Hitaki Kakashi nodded. Naruto, you go and help the muscles fight those tail beasts Jinchuriki. The masked man should be handed over to me and Sasuke. Uzumaki Naruto said, good. He rushed forward immediately, joining the ranks of Might Guy, Killer Bee, Hoshigaki Kisame. 4 against 6, you have the upper hand. After all, this Jinchuriki 6 paths is not as powerful as in the original. Among them, 3 tails Jinchuriki Yagura, 6 tails Jinchuriki Kamikaze, and 8 tails Jinchuriki Brubi do not have all the power of tail beasts in their bodies. They are just those left behind by impure world reincarnation after the death of Jinchuriki. It's just the power of the tailed beast. Even if it is completely transformed into a tailed beast, its strength cannot be compared to that of a real tailed beast. Of course, on this basis, their own strength is also quite extraordinary. For example, Yagura is the 4th Mizukage, and now there are more Sharingan and Rinnegan, and they are definitely not easy to deal with. But Uzumaki Naruto, Killer Bee, Kisame, and Might Guy are also the most powerful force in the entire ninja world, and they will not lose to these Jinchuriki. And here, after Hitaki Kakashi rejoined the battlefield, he stood side by side with Uchiha Sasuke, facing the mysterious masked man, ready to launch the final battle. The mysterious masked man sneered and said, Kakashi, it seems that your suffering is nothing more than that. Recovered from it soon. Hitaki Kakashi, my pain will never heal. But I will continue to live with this pain. It is what my companions gave me back then. Without them, I would have died a long time ago. But this gift of life, no matter how painful I am, I must continue to keep it. Go down. Of course, this Sharingan is also included. The mysterious masked man sneered, you're still so good at talking, Kakashi. However, battles cannot be won by lip service. Don't think that if you see through the mystery of Kamui, you can counter my current power. In addition to the Sharingan, I have the God's Eye of the Sage of Six Paths, Rinnegan. For a moment, the mysterious masked man took the lead, and the first thing he did was Rinnegan's pupil power, the power of heaven. Shenluo Tianzheng, immediately. Boom. Boom. The violent repulsive force burst out suddenly, bursting towards the direction of Hitaki Kakashi and Uchiha Sasuke. The whole earth was instantly overturned by this force, with the mysterious masked man at the center. It seemed that everything was blown away. Hitaki Kakashi frowned. Before he could make a move, Uchiha Sasuke took the lead. He suddenly burst out of Susanoo's power again, guarding himself and Hitaki Kakashi inside. But he was still sent flying back by the power of Shenluo Tianzheng. It flew tens of meters away before stopping. Even Susanoo's chakra armor was completely stripped away. But Uchiha Sasuke and Hitaki Kakashi, too, were not harmed. The mysterious masked man sneered, "Oh? Are we going to hide behind the kid now, Kakashi? You are really depraved." Hitaki Kakashi smiled slightly. "The kid in your mouth is my companion today. Isn't it natural to rely on the strength of one's own companions?" The mysterious masked man sneered and said, "It's really nonsense." He stretched out his hand suddenly, and his arm turned into the shape of a mechanism puppet, and then he pulled it out, and dozens of chakra missiles were pulled out, shooting towards Hitaki Kakashi and Uchiha Sasuke. This is the power of Shira Dao, the five-finger missile. Boom. 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 Susanoo, who had been bombarded with chakra armor by the Shinra Tenjin just now, was stripped of her skin again, and Hitaki Kakashi and Uchiha Sasuke were also shaken and staggered. Light. However, Uchiha Sasuke's Mangekyo Sharingan is the top form after all, and it is only one step away from eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. Coupled with the fusion of the power of Hashirama cells, Susanoo is also the most complete form, and one step further, it is the real complete Susanoo. In terms of defensive power, it can also be called unparalleled in the world. Seeing that Susanoo's defense was still not completely broken, the mysterious masked man sneered. Once again, the power of Shira Dao burst out suddenly. Immediately, a series of laser cannons shot out suddenly, turned into laser rays that were difficult to defend against, and came crashing down, hitting the weakest part of Susanoo. Then, boom. Boom. Under this continuous attack, Susanoo finally had a loophole and was suddenly pierced through. Hitaki Kakashi and Uchiha Sasuke, who were guarding inside, could only dodge temporarily to avoid the blow. Hitaki Kakashi was out of Susanoo's range in an instant. He frowned. Trying to counter Rinnegan's pupil power while deciphering Kamui's hollow ability was indeed an almost impossible task. Although he cooperated with Uchiha Sasuke before, he cracked Kamui for the first time and seriously injured the mysterious masked man. But this time he must have taken precautions. It is definitely not that simple to succeed again. Hitaki Kakashi's mind was also running fast, thinking of a way to crack it. Uchiha Sasuke is more inclined to defend at this moment, because he knows that Hitaki Kakashi's power is necessary to crack Kamui's injury to the opponent's body. For a while, the two sides entered a stalemate. Suddenly, Hitaki Kakashi seemed to think of something. "Sasuke. I have a solution, and I need your cooperation." Good. The two of them finished their discussions in an instant and were ready for the final battle. The mysterious masked man sneered. "No matter what you want to do, you can't be my opponent now, Kakashi. Do you think you were still the genius ninja back then?" Hitaki Kakashi ignored him. Instead, he took off the blindfold and re-bloomed the light of his Mangekyo Sharingan. "Let's just rely on this blow to decide the outcome, Sasuke." Hitaki Kakashi made a strategy, and Uchiha Sasuke immediately agreed. Immediately, the two men once again launched a fierce attack. Susanoo of Uchiha Sasuke once again draws the bow and draws the arrow, the ancient Maga bow of the sky, the arrow of flame control. Burst out with a bang. This blow was extremely fast and had a huge range, making it impossible to guard against. However, the mysterious masked man at this moment has already learned the previous lesson. Immediately raised his hand violently. Activated Rinnegan's pupil power. Shenluo Tianzheng. Boom. 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 No matter how powerful and terrifying the flame control arrow is, it will not be able to withstand the power of this blow from Shenluo Tianzheng. It was thrown out in an instant, but at this moment. What? The face of the mysterious masked man suddenly changed. There was actually a second arrow behind the flame control arrow. At this moment, his Shenluo Tianzhong has just been used up, and there is still a cooldown of about 5 seconds. For a moment, he subconsciously used Kamui's hollow ability again immediately. Buzz. The arrow of flame control immediately pierced through his body. It seems that Hollow has penetrated the past completely. Still unharmed to himself, but at this moment, in the space of Kamui, suddenly a figure of a man suddenly appeared, as if he had been waiting here for a long time. It turned out to be Uzumaki Naruto. The mysterious masked man turned pale with shock. "You, how could you?" Uzumaki Naruto shouted loudly. "Let me break your mask and see your real face." Rasengan. Boom, boom, boom. Finally, the mask of the mysterious masked man was completely broken by Uzumaki Naruto's Rasengan. And when he returned to the battlefield in the real world outside the Kamui space, his true body, and true face were finally revealed to everyone. That face, no doubt, is Uchiha Obito. It's just that compared to when he was a boy, half of his face has been smashed, although it can still be seen with white Zetsu's repair. More importantly, although his eyes are Mangekyo Sharingan and Rinnegan, but his eyes are very empty, as if he has lost the meaning of life. Although Hitaki Kakashi had already guessed the ending. But when he really saw Uchiha Obito's face, he couldn't help but tremble violently. You really are." Might Guy was also taken aback. Didn't you already die in the Battle of Kanabi Bridge? How is it still alive? And, why is it Uchiha Madara?" The mysterious masked man, or Uchiha Obito, ignored them at the moment. Instead, it looks to Uchiha Sasuke and Uzumaki Naruto. "I see. Kakashi, didn't you and Uchiha Sasuke make the tactic just now, but Uzumaki Naruto and 3 people? Even I didn't see you discussing. How did you do it?" "Oh, it's the secret technique of the Yamanaka clan. The ability to connect the entire ninja alliance is really amazing. I guess, it was you who made Uchiha Sasuke release consecutive flame control arrows, forcing me to activate the Kamui hollow ability again after consuming Shinra Tenjin, and transfer myself to the Kamui space. And before that, you have swallowed and absorbed Uzumaki Naruto's shadow clone with Kamui, and transferred it to the divine space to wait. In that space, what I entered was an entity, and I couldn't activate Kamui Hollow's ability again, so he broke the mask. It's an amazing collaboration. Even if it's me, I have to give a compliment, it's a beautiful job." Hitaki Kakashi didn't think about it. Instead, he fell into a state of gasping for breath again. "Obito, why did you become like this? What the hell happened?" Uchiha Obito roared, "Shut up, Kakashi. I've said it a long time ago, the current you are just a trash who can only play tricks. So, shut your dumb. Uzumaki Naruto and Uchiha Sasuke, etc., although they don't know Uchiha Obito, can also feel the intensity of the love-hate relationship between Hitaki Kakashi and him. Otherwise, the two of them would not be devastated in the other furious. The other side. Uzumaki Naruto's body, Killer Bee, Kisame Kaki, and Might Guy are still fighting against the 6 Jinchuriki, and they are Jinchuriki that are completely tailed beasts. The battlefield can be described as unprecedentedly fierce. And here, Hitaki Kakashi fell into despair again. Uchiha Sasuke also couldn't help frowning. His strength alone, after all, still can't compete with Uchiha Obito. Uchiha Obito suddenly burst out laughing. "Kakashi, you don't understand anything at all. This world has long since lost any hope. The so-called hope is nothing but false lies. Just like this whole world, it is just a false existence, and the world of infinite Tsukuyomi I want to create is the only reality. So, why are you still in deep pain? Why don't you support my plan, so that everyone can enter that infinitely beautiful world? There, everyone's dreams can come true, whether it's you, me, or everyone else you care about, and you can get unprecedented happiness there. Why stop this from happening?" Of course Hitaki Kakashi didn't answer. Uzumaki Naruto snorted. "The world you're talking about is fake, right? Dreams are indeed to be realized, but they are only meaningful if they are realized in reality. What is the difference between realizing them in an illusion and dreaming?" Uchiha Sasuke also said coldly, "Not bad. No matter how much pain there is, it can only be endured in reality. Just as I killed Uchiha Itachi, I will definitely kill you in this world to avenge all the dead Uchiha people." Uchiha Obito sneered. "So you too, don't understand what real pain is?" "I don't understand. This world is hell." Uchiha Sasuke laughed. "I don't understand what real pain is. What have you lost?" "What I have lost is the most respected father, the most admired elder brother, and almost all Uchiha people. friends, brothers, relatives, companions, clansmen. Even my home, my homeland, everything about me. Uchiha Obito, tell me, what have you lost? Tai. What is your so-called pain? Uchiha Obito was silent for a moment. In the final analysis, what he lost was nothing but Nohara Lin. Not that he shouldn't be in pain. However, in this ninja world, his pain is indeed nothing. Just the pain of one Uchiha Sasuke, completely above him. Uchiha Sasuke sneered. Speechless? It seems that if you give Kakashi, you can also return the original sentence. Your pain, it looks like that. Uchiha Obito didn't expect that he would be speechless by a boy like Uchiha Sasuke. For a while, he was even more angry. HMPH, the pain you thought was completely different from mine. What I hate is the ninja system of the entire ninja world, this corrupted and dark world. What I want to create is a truly perfect world. How can you, a brat, understand? Uchiha Sasuke shook his head. It seems that you are beyond hope. He glanced back at Hatake Kakashi, seeing that he had entered into a state of despair again. He was bound to be unable to fight for a while, so he could only sigh and face Uchiha Obito by himself. At the same time, Uchiha Obito sneered, and after the mask was broken, he intensified and unleashed all his strength. For a moment, the 6 Jinchuriki, in the form of completely tailed beasts, unexpectedly began to gather chakra and power crazily at the same time, and tailed beast bombs with unparalleled power began to take shape rapidly. 6 tailed beast bombs burst out at the same time. Immediately, everyone on the battlefield couldn't help but be astonished and extremely shocked. Might Guy watched this scene, and couldn't help but break out in a cold sweat. Hey, Naruto, don't you think the amount is too much? The current Uzumaki Naruto is not perfect 9 tails Jinchuriki. He has not entered Kurama mode, so he cannot launch 9 tails tailed beast bomb. Just then, the 9 tails demon fox in Uzumaki Naruto suddenly spoke. Hello, Naruto? Huh? Are you calling me? It's really rare for someone to take the initiative to talk to me. 9 tails snorted. Although I don't like you, and I don't like all humans, but compared to that guy, you are always better. That man used his pupil power to control all the tailed beasts. Even if he died, he would become his war machine and puppet. It's really annoying. I'll lend you my strength for a while, but it's only for a while. Uzumaki Naruto smiled slightly. Good. Then thank you, 9 tails. The 9 tails demon fox snorted and moved its ears proudly. At this moment, Uzumaki Naruto suddenly felt that chakra, who was pulling each other in his body, stopped pulling, and the huge and terrifying tail beast power of the 9 tails demon fox suddenly poured crazily. This made him feel powerful like never before. But this state is still not Kurama mode, the perfect 9 tails calendar. Because the two people still don't fully trust each other. It can only be said that under the 9 tails chakra mode, 9 tails released the restriction and gave Uzumaki Naruto all the tail beast chakra. But for now, enough is enough. Uncle Bai. Let's use the tailed beast bomb together to repel the attacks of those tailed beasts. Killer Bee said. Okay, stupid, bastard, but, Naruto, when will you guys use tailed beast bomb? Uzumaki Naruto laughed. It's now, for a moment. Boom. 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 8 tails Jinchuriki Killer Bee, 9 tails Jinchuriki Uzumaki Naruto. All the tailed beast chakra and power erupted at the same time, and 2 huge tailed beast bombs were formed instantly. Crazy compressed to ultimate, powerful and violent power seems to burst out at any time. Next moment, the two of them blasted out the tailed beast bomb at the same time. Then, on the battlefield, there was a spectacular scene of 8 tailed beast bombs colliding at the same time. Might Guy, Kisame, Uchiha Sasuke, Hatake Kakashi and others couldn't help but be dumbfounded. Such a scene is really rare. Moment. 8 tails tailed beast bomb and 9 tails tailed beast bomb are going to counterattack the other 6 tailed beast bombs. Before they had time to react, the 8 tailed beast bombs had all crashed into one place. Suddenly, an unprecedented terrifying explosion hit, the sky and the earth roared, and the entire battlefield shook. The terrifying airwave formed by the explosion directly overturned the entire earth, the sky collapsed and the earth was shattered, and the sun and the moon were darkened. The dazzling light makes people completely unable to stare at it, as if just looking at it will blind their eyes. A big explosion of this level, looking at the entire history of the ninja world, can be said to be absolutely once in a lifetime. Boom. 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 Now. The ninja coalition forces of the 5 major countries, which were heading towards the final battlefield, stopped suddenly and looked at the huge explosion in the distance. The strong white light, the terrifying roar, and the huge mushroom cloud formed after the explosion shocked all the ninja coalition forces. Tsunade frowned. There, what happened? As for Kirigakure, Terumi Mei is also on the way. Seeing this scene also changed his face. What a horrible explosion, is that what Qian Yu called the final battlefield? It seems that there will indeed be a war that has never been seen before or since. Other ninja coalition forces from Iwagakure, Cloud Shinobi Village, and Sanagakure also saw this scene and were shocked for a while. And on the battlefield at this moment, the joint attack of Uzumaki Naruto and Killer Bee finally successfully stopped the other 6-tailed beast bomb's terrorist attacks. But the entire battlefield has been turned into ruins. Uchiha Obito frowned. Damn it, Naruto. Why did he suddenly gain such a powerful power? Could it be that he has also become the perfect 9-tails Jinchuriki? No, it's impossible. No one has ever done this in the entire history of Ninja World. Not even Uzumaki Mito, Uzumaki Kushina. It was also the first time for Uzumaki Naruto to burst out with such a powerful force. He was exhausted for a while, panting heavily, but his face was filled with a satisfied smile. Masked man, no, Uchiha Obito, are you scared by my power? If you are afraid, why not surrender as soon as possible and give up your dream plan? With me and so many companions here, your plan is impossible to succeed. Whether Kakashi-sensei or this ninja world, we will protect it all. Hitaki Kakashi looked at this scene, especially Uzumaki Naruto under the Golden 9-Tails chakra mode, as if once again saw the legendary Yellow Flash, the 4th Hokage who was also his mentor. Namikaze Minato, teacher? No, it's Naruto. Naruto, it's great to have you as my disciple. I understand, Naruto, I will never be discouraged again. From now on, let us stop their plot together, fight side by side. Uzumaki Naruto was overjoyed. Okay, Mr. Kakashi. Uzumaki Naruto was also overjoyed to see Hitaki Kakashi finally fully recovered. However, seeing Uzumaki Naruto's state, Uchiha Obito understood that he did not enter the perfect 9-tails Jinchuriki mode, but forcibly borrowed the power of the 9-tails demon fox. The blow just launched can be said to have overdrawn his chakra and strength. Then, Uchiha Obito sneered. Naruto, do you think that you can forcibly obtain chakra and power from the 9-tails demon fox, launch a 9-tails tailed beast bomb, and you can really counter my power? That's just a temporary borrowing, and it's far from the real perfect Jinchuriki. The joint strike of you and 8 tails, I admit, is really powerful, and even prevented my Jinchuriki's 6 paths full blow, but this time, how are you going to intercept it? For a moment, Uchiha Obito violently manipulated the Jinchuriki's 6 paths again, and after all of them were completely tailed beasts, launched the 2nd-tailed beast bomb attack. It is still the 6-tailed beast's Jinchuriki, bursting out chakra and power at the same time, condensing and compressing to create 6-tailed beast bombs, which are about to burst out at the same time. Killer Bee said, Hey, Naruto, you shouldn't be able to use the tailed beast bomb again, right? Stupid, asshole, oh yeah. Uzumaki Naruto shook his head, panting. No, the blow just now was already forcibly expending power, and that was the power that 9 tails in my body agreed to lend to me, and it has been exhausted now. Facing the crazy and soaring power of the tailed beast in the terrifying chakra, everyone couldn't help but look pale and felt an unprecedented sense of oppression. In terms of strength, these ninjas present may not be under anyone's experience. But in the face of such pure violent and destructive power, there is no good way to deal with it. In the entire history of the ninja world, there are not many people who can face the attack of the tailed beast bomb single-handedly. But at this time, there is no other way but to fight to the death. Then, cheering up, Hitaki Kakashi said loudly, At this point, I can only do my best, everyone. These ninjas were not afraid of death, so they immediately agreed at the same time. Then, Hoshigaki Kisame suddenly burst out with all his chakra and strength, formed mudras with his hands, and launched his ultimate killer and secret. Water style. Big Shark Bomb technique. Killer Bee also unleashes 8 tails tailed beast bomb again, this time on a more terrifying scale than before. 8 tails tailed beast bomb. Might Guy directly opened the 8 inner gates formation, the physical art under the 7th gate. 8 inner gates formation, 7th gate, shocking gate, open. Day Tiger. As for Hitaki Kakashi, he opened the blindfold again, revealing his Mangekyo Sharingan, which burst into blood-red light. At this time, he has consumed a lot of chakra. After all, he is the most mana-deficient Hitaki Kakashi. But still he put all his chakra and power into one blow. Kamui. Although Uzumaki Naruto couldn't activate the Nine-Tails Tailed Beast Bomb again, he also integrated the remaining power of the Tailed Beast into his trump card. Wind Style. Spiral Shuriken. Uchiha Sasuke also burst out with a full blow of his own. Inferno Style. Arrow of Susanoo Flame Control. These 6 people went all out and fought desperately, unleashed their respective trump cards and secrets, and shot out at the same time, counter-attacking back towards the 6-tailed beast bombs. Just for a split second. Boom, boom, boom. A more violent explosion sounded than before, turning the world upside down, and the sun and the moon were darkened. Once again, the entire battlefield was blasted into a bigger pit, and everything seemed to be swallowed up and annihilated by these 2 berserk attacks. It seems that everything has been completely destroyed. The confrontation between these 2 forces can be regarded as the pinnacle battle in the entire ninja world. Except for the final battle between Uchiha Madara and Qian Yu. These people and these forces here are already the most powerful forces in the entire ninja world. But, of course, there are also strong and weak points between each other. Just like now, these 6 people's trump cards are facing each other, and under the impact of the Tailed Beast Bomb, there is also a victory for each other. Killer Bee's 8-Tails Tailed Beast Bomb, compared to Braby's 8-Tails Tailed Beast Bomb, was much more powerful and destructive, so it naturally had the upper hand. And Hitaki Kakashi's Kamui also devoured and transferred one of the 5-Tails Tailed Beast Bomb. Hoshigaki Kisami's water-style Big Scallop technique, although it is said that the stronger it is, but he is facing 4-Tails Tailed Beast Bomb. Among the Jinchuriki 6 paths, it can be said that Lao Zi is the most powerful one, and the 4-Tails Tail Beast itself is also the best among the 9 big tail beasts. What's more, unlike those fake dead Jinchuriki, Lao Zi is the perfect puppet imbued with all the power of the beast by Uchiha Obito. This made Hoshigaki Kisami's water-style Big Shark Bomb technique, but was counterattacked back with a bang. For a while, the 2 sides have victories and losses, and the aftermath of the explosion also counterattacks towards each other at the same time. Uchiha Obito sneered. Facing the aftermath of the explosion, he just activated the Kamui Hollow ability again and avoided it. And here it is not so easy. The unprecedented explosion, even if only part of it was counterattacked, made it difficult for everyone who had just fought fiercely for a long time and broke out their killer trumpets to be parried for a while. Although Uchiha Sasuke guarded Uzumaki Naruto in Susanoo just in time. But the others were already exhausted and out of breath, and their chakra was almost exhausted, so they had no time to dodge at all, nor did they have the strength to launch a counterattack to intercept. Just at this critical moment, the vanguard of the ninja allied forces of the 5 great nations has finally arrived on the battlefield. Konoha village is headed by Jiraiya. He had already summoned out Mount Myoboku's 2 great toad sage Fukasaku Shima, and entered the state of sage mode. Facing the crisis at this moment, a sage art massive Rasengan blasted out immediately. Iwagakure came to Tsuchikage Onogi's son Koto. He slammed the ground and immediately launched a powerful earth-style ninjutsu. Earth-style. Mountain soil technique. Suddenly the sky collapsed, and the whole earth suddenly turned upside down, turning into a huge mountain gate, and the extremely thick earth-style wall was like a mountain, resisting in front of everyone. In addition, Tamari and Konkuro from Sanagakure, Kazuki Darui from Cloud Shinobi Village, Full Moon from Kirigakure, Kagaya Kimimaro, and Konan and Hakura from the mobile unit also all arrived on the battlefield. Everyone shot at the same time, intercepting all the aftermath, and even had the strength to fight back. Seeing this scene, Uchiha Obito frowned suddenly, and his face became very ugly. HMPH, are they all here at last? Uzumaki Naruto and others were overjoyed. Pervy Sage. Jiraiya smiled slightly. The ninja coalition forces from the 5 major countries will arrive soon. This battle is coming to an end. Uchiha Obito couldn't help being surprised when he saw Jiraiya and others coming. However, this is also a matter of course. Even Uchiha Obito himself didn't expect that the ninja army of Impure World Reincarnation, or the White Zetsu army could really defeat the ninja coalition army of the 5 great nations. However, what he didn't expect was that these people would come so quickly. Of course, on the other hand, it is also because he has been intercepted by Uzumaki Naruto, Hitaki Kakashi for so long, and he has not defeated them until now. It can even be said that he has always been at a disadvantage. Not only was Jinchuriki's six paths suppressed, but his own mask was also broken and he was forced to reveal his true colors. Uzumaki Naruto was overjoyed when he saw this scene. Pervy Sage. And everyone. Uchiha Obito, now you are finished, you should surrender early, give up your project to Tsuki no Mi. Uchiha Obito sneered. It's just a group of rabble, what's the point of having more people? Hitaki Kakashi said. You are wrong, Obito. This is not a mob, but the common connection of the entire ninja world. What you have always wanted to deny is this world, isn't it? But now, this world is united together to fight against you. I don't know what you think? Uchiha Obito laughs. Is the world against me? Doesn't that just mean what I did was right? Kakashi, stop your lip service. Now, I won't change my will just because of your slick tongue. I am no longer the innocent and naive boy I was back then. Looking at the real face of the masked man, Jiraiya also frowned slightly. Uchiha Obito? I see, Kakashi's companion, one of Minato's disciples? It seems that you did not die in the Battle of Kanabi Bridge. Since you inherited the name of Uchiha Madara, then the one who saved you was Uchiha Madara, right? Uchiha Obito said coldly, not bad. I, who was supposed to die without a doubt, was saved by Uchiha Madara, gained new power, and understood a new truth, this ninja. There is no longer any need to exist, here is hell. Jiraiya shook his head and sighed. Sure enough, like Nagato, he is a guy who has become extremely extreme and distorted after experiencing pain. However, at least what Nagato wants is world peace, although it is too extreme. But you bastard, do you actually want to directly destroy the entire world? Uchiha Obito glanced at him. Jiraiya, one of the legendary Sannin, is also known as a big figure in the ninja world. So, let me ask you, how are you going to make peace? Jiraiya said frankly, I don't know. Although I have searched for this answer all my life, if I didn't get it, I didn't get it. Uchiha Obito sneered. Since you don't even have an answer, what qualifications do you have to deny other people's answers? Jiraiya laughed. That's because, even if I don't know the right answer, at least I know what's wrong. Because this world is not good, it will be completely destroyed. This is not an answer, but a pleasure. Anyone can think of this kind of practice, and it is nothing more than a kind of laziness in essence. Why? Lazy. Jiraiya said. That's right, it's just that I'm too lazy to continue to think deeply and continue to explore. It's the same as teaching an apprentice. Apprentices have high talents and low talents, and even good and bad characters. However, even if you know that the talents are not high, and the character is also problematic, you can't just kill him. Instead, we should try our best to teach students in accordance with their aptitude and try our best to change him. Uchiha Obito sneered, as expected of you, Master Jiraiya. What you said is indeed reasonable, but it seems that none of your own apprentices is not talented. Whether it's Nagato, Namikaze Minato, or even Konan behind you, they are all talented ninjas with extraordinary talents. Is this what you call teaching students in accordance with their aptitude? Jiraiya laughed and said, that's because I obeyed the prophecy of Mount Myoboku Great Toad Sage, and I need to find the son of the prophecy who can change the ninja world. That's why I'm looking for those who are extremely talented and have the courage to change the ninja world. But you have to know that Nagato's Rinnegan is indeed the direct reason why I chose the three of them as my disciples, but after that, I think it is Yahiko, who is the most mediocre of the three, who can change the ninja world. Pity. As for Minato, he also had two companions of his own, but it's a pity that they both died at a young age. In the end, it's not a question of who is being taught, but a question of how. Jiraiya sighed. Nagato once said that this world is still a child, and it needs pain to guide him to grow up for a long time. Although it is a bit extreme, it is not unreasonable. The way I think is, since we haven't found the perfect solution, let nature take its course, let the world grow slowly, and then entrust the hope of finding the answer to the younger generation, and continue to search. And what you and Uchiha Madara did was to directly kill the child, or in other words, your project Tsuki no Mi, is to let the child fall into a dream and never wake up again. This has to be said to be a naive and ridiculous idea. Uchiha Obito laughed loudly. What a Jiraiya, she can talk more than Kakashi. It's a pity that no matter how much you say, it's useless. In this ninja world, to determine the future fate and move towards it depends on who is more powerful. Jiraiya frowned and said, are you still not able to see clearly? The balance of victory has always been tilting in our direction. Look at the people on the battlefield now, and those all-ninja coalition forces that will come soon. Uchiha Obito sneered. No matter how many there are, they are just a group of ants. To me, None of it makes any sense. Now, let me show you what a real-world destroying level of terror is called. For a moment, Uchiha Obito clasped his hands together suddenly. Rinnegan's pupil power burst out. Summoning technique. Gedo statue. At this moment, Uchiha Obito faced the 6 masters, together with Jiraiya, who rushed to the battlefield, and other powerful reinforcements, finally broke out the final killer. With the pupil power of Loon Memories, I summoned the body of Ten-Tails. Gedo statue. Immediately. Boom. There was a loud noise, and suddenly, the phantom of a colossal object appeared in the dust and smoke. That huge body descended like a mountain, instantly frightening everyone on the battlefield. Then, what is that? Uzumaki Naruto and the others raised their heads, and even those Jinchuriki who were completely tailed beasts stopped attacking one by one, as if they had sensed some terrible power. Hitaki Kakashi, Jiraiya and the others also frowned, staring at the huge monster slowly appearing in the dust. Finally, after the dust settled, the figure of Gedo statue is fully revealed. Everyone looked at this huge monster and couldn't help being stunned and shocked. This is a monster that looks like a human. It seemed to have 20 arms or a tail originally, but all of them were cut off, leaving only a huge body and head. However, there are 9 eyes on the head. However, some of these eyes are open, while others are closed. Gedo statue let out a loud roar, and the sky and the earth shattered, flying sand and rocks. Even the 6 completely tailed beasts instantly sensed the inexplicable pressure and neighed one by one. Uzumaki Naruto and others were even more shocked by this force and retreated again and again. The terrifying airwaves scattered in all directions, shaking the earth until it cracked and collapsed. And Uchiha Obito, taking advantage of the moment when everyone was stunned, jumped up suddenly, jumped onto Gedo statue's head, and looked down at everyone. Jiraiya couldn't help frowning too. What it is? At this time, Konan spoke. That's the Gedo statue. Only those who possess the God's Eye Rinnegan of the Sage of 6 Paths can summon it. According to the rumors, this should have a great relationship with Sage of 6 Paths. It may even involve mythical monsters that create and destroy the world. Jiraiya glanced at her. Did Nagato ever come out with something like summoning? Good. Konan nodded. On the day Yahiko died. Because of the extreme pain at that time, Nagato broke out with unprecedented power, summoned Gedo statue, and killed everyone on the entire battlefield. But he himself also sacrificed his own chakra and vitality, and since then, he can only be paralyzed in a wheelchair, skinny, relying on the power of Gedo statue to maintain his life. For Nagato, the Gedo statue is both a source of strength and a life-swallowing monster. Jiraiya nodded. I didn't expect such a thing. I remember that after Nagato's death, one of his Rinnegans was taken away by Master Mizukage, and the other fell into the hands of the Akatsuki organization, and was obtained by this masked man who called himself Uchiha Madara. No, that is, Uchiha Obito. Why didn't Master Mizukage summon the Gedo statue? Konan shook his head. Then I don't know. Uchiha Obito sneered. That's because even that Qian-Yu has a Rinnegan, but he doesn't know how to use the Rinnegan at all. This pair of Rinnegan was originally opened by Uchiha Madara, and Gedo statue was also the first one he summoned from the moon. For the use of Rinnegan, and the understanding of Gedo statue, no one can compare with Uchiha Madara, and naturally no one comparable to me. Based on Qian-Yu only got 1 Rinnegan, it is impossible to compete with the strength of me and Uchiha Madara. Jiraiya shook her head. You're wrong, Uchiha Madara. I'm afraid I underestimate Mizukage-sama too much. You always think that you know what he doesn't know. But the repeated encounters have clearly told you that he knows everything, and he knows secrets that even you yourself don't know. Uchiha Obito's face suddenly changed, but he also knew that what Jiraiya said was true. Before this, Qian-Yu had already demonstrated too many times the ability to know everything. Even Uchiha Obito felt fear, but he naturally refused to admit it. HMPH, since you said that, why didn't he summon the Gedo statue himself, for his use? Jiraiya smiled. How could I possibly know Mizukage-sama's thoughts? Of course he has his own plan. Perhaps, your action of summoning Gedo statue here is just in his expectation and part of his plan. Those who knew Qian-Yu also smiled and nodded. Uchiha Obito sneered. It seems that you have all become loyal followers of that man. Do you really think he knows everything? Uchiha Sasuke said coldly. Even if Master doesn't know everything, he is about the same. As for you, you have been defeated by Master several times, and you have suffered a complete defeat. Now you are still brazen and shameless. Uchiha Obito suddenly flew into a rage. Good, good, good. Since you believe in him so much, I want to see how he will save you. For a moment, Uchiha Obito slammed Geto statue into the offensive. Immediately. Boom. Suddenly, a huge chakra dragon spewed out from Geto statue's mouth. Its body was transparent, but it seemed to have a terrifying power of 2.67 million points, roaring towards everyone on the battlefield. Conan was taken aback. Be careful. This is the chakra dragon released by Geto statue. As long as it is touched by him, all chakra, even life force, will be swallowed immediately. Don't be touched. Without waiting for her to remind them, everyone understood that the power released by this monster was by no means a good thing. In an instant, everyone desperately dodged away. Although Nagato used this trick back then to instantly kill all the ninjas on the battlefield. But those ninjas are naturally impossible to compare with Jiraiya, Hitaki Kakashi, Uzumaki Naruto, and Zebo Sasuke, the most powerful ninjas in the world. Uchiha Sasuke was the first to block in front of the crowd, and with the power of Susanoo in the fourth form, he resisted the attack of the Geto statue chakra dragon. Boom. With a loud noise, although the castration of the chakra dragon was resisted, Susanoo's chakra was also swallowed and absorbed in an instant. Like a long whale absorbing water, it collapsed instantly and disappeared. Uchiha Sasuke turned pale with fright, and immediately dodged to avoid it. At the same time, Hitaki Kakashi shouted loudly, "Catch the thief first, capture the king first, directly attack Geto statue and Obito." Uzumaki Naruto, Rabbi John and others immediately agreed. Good. Immediately, everyone worked together and launched a fierce offensive against the Geto statue. Hitaki Kakashi gave an order, and all the remaining people immediately launched a fierce attack on Geto statue and Uchiha Obito. 8 Tails Tailed Beast Bomb, Wind Style, Spiral Shuriken, Water Style, Water Shark Technique, to the Peacock. Sage Art, Massive Rasengan, Earth Style, Mountain Soil Technique. In an instant, all kinds of violent and terrifying attacks burst out at the same time. These people on the battlefield are all the most powerful, elite and powerful ninjas from the 5 major countries. Even Uchiha Obito's expression changed after the joint offensive broke out with all his strength. But in his hands, not only Geto statue, but also the new Jinchuriki 6 Paths. He snorted coldly, and immediately the new Jinchuriki 6 Paths broke out with the trump card in the Tailed Beast mystery again. Tailed Beast Bomb. Immediately, the 6 tailed beast bombs that were fully transformed into tailed beasts burst out at the same time, united as one, and bombarded in the direction of the Ninja Alliance. For a while, boom, boom. The entire battlefield suddenly collapsed, the sun and the moon were dark, and the terrifying explosion roar and dazzling light made everyone temporarily unable to hear any sound or see anything. Both sides were also affected by the aftermath of the explosion, and had to use various ninjutsu secret techniques to defend and avoid. Uchiha Obito activated the Kamui Hollow ability again. As for 10 Tails, they fought against the aftermath of the explosion. As for the ninja coalition, Wangtu, Hoshigaki Kisame, Ghost Lantern and others joined forces to launch defensive ninjutsu in order to withstand the aftermath of this wave of explosions. But even so, the entire battlefield was still blasted into a bigger pit. For a while, the sky was filled with a huge mushroom cloud, and the earth was completely turned into a piece of ruins. Many allied ninja forces could not help but be shocked by Uchiha Obito's power. He was originally just the tail of the crane, but now he seems to be a powerful enemy alongside Uchiha Madara. Uchiha Obito sneered. "You rabble, the combined strength is nothing more than this. How to stop me, how to plan the eye of you." For a moment, Uchiha Obito violently manipulated the Geto statue, bursting out with more intense and terrifying power. From Geto statue's 10 broken arms, a dazzling and terrifying thunder burst out. Boom, boom, boom. Each one seemed to be the thickness of a bucket, and it suddenly bombarded in the direction of the ninja coalition forces. This seemingly random explosion has the power to destroy the world. Uchiha Sasuke frowned, and was about to burst out the pupil power of Mangekyo Sharingan again to protect himself and his companions with Susanoo, but found that chakra and pupil power had been consumed too much, and there was no way to activate it again. He had already gone through a fierce battle with Uchiha Itachi before, and then he reinforced the battlefield here. He fought against Uchiha Obito for a long time. In addition, Chakra, who just resisted the chakra dragon, was swallowed and absorbed Susanoo. It is already very good that he can continue to fight. Uzumaki Naruto glanced at him, knowing that he had reached his limit. Immediately rushed forward and launched his ninjutsu. Wind Style. Spiral Shuriken. Sanagakure's Tamari and his Wind-style squad also launched their own Wind-style ninjutsu at the same time. Wind-style. Scythe Itachi technique. Wind-style. Large hanging net technique. This is to deal with Gedo Statue's thunder offensive by using Wind-style to restrain the attribute changes of Lightning style. For a moment, boom, boom. The wind and thunder were violent, and they slammed into one place, and the air of the entire battlefield exploded, as if even the air was pierced and torn apart. Huang Tu and the others also hurriedly launched the Earth-style defensive ninjutsu again to resist the remaining thunder and intertwined with the aftermath of the wind and thunder. Although the blow was blocked, Uzumaki Naruto has gone through a series of battles, and the amount of chakra has bottomed out. In fact, up to now, those who took the lead, Killer Bee, Uzumaki Naruto, Uchiha Sasuke, Hoshigaki Kisame, Might Guy, Hitaki Kakashi are already in a state where chakra is almost exhausted and exhausted. Even Killer Bee launched the 8-Tails tailed beast bomb several times in a row. Might Guy even used it on Peacock and even Day Tiger. The severe pain and side effects were too much for him to bear. You know, in the original work, after Might Guy used Day Tiger to fight against Uchiha Madara, he was exhausted for a long time and could not stand up. Although he is a ninja with the strongest physical skills in the 8 Inner Gates Sun God, he is still a flesh and blood body after all. Not to mention Hitaki Kakashi, a professional lack of blue big players. Using Kamui several times in a row has also exhausted his energy. So is Uchiha Sasuke. The only one that is better is Hoshigaki Kisame. His big sword Samahata, and even himself can devour and absorb chakra. In the battle with the tailed beast Jinchuriki, it can be said to consume while absorbing. Of course, Jiraiya and others can also see it. So in the next battle, people like myself will replace Uzumaki Naruto and others. Among the new reinforcements, Jiraiya, Wangtu, Ghost Lantern Moon, Kagaya Kimimaro, Tamari, Konkuro, Darui, Nozomi, plus Hakura, Konan, are just the best of them. Those who followed behind were also the elite talents of the major ninja villages. However, although these people have their own strengths, in terms of absolute strength, attack power, destructiveness, and lethality, they are still inferior to Uzumaki Naruto, Uchiha Sasuke, Might Guy, Hitaki Kakashi, Kisame, and Killer Bee. Uchiha Obito looked at Jiraiya and others who silently stepped forward to guard Uzumaki Naruto and others, and couldn't help sneering. It seems that you have exhausted your chakra. Humph, without 8 tails and 9 tails Jinchuriki, what do you have against Gedo Statue, and my Jinchuriki 6 paths? In an instant, Uchiha Obito was about to launch a new attack. Gedo Statue lined up with 6 completely tailed beasts, which indeed possessed an unimaginable terrifying deterrent force, but at this moment, Jiraiya said solemnly, never underestimate the power of the entire ninja world. Lois. Huang Tu agreed, and suddenly slapped the ground with both hands, launching his own Tien Dan ninjutsu. Earth style. Mountain soil technique. Alter. Immediately. Boom. Boom. The ground on both sides of the Gedo statue suddenly flipped over like 2 hemispheres, and it was suppressed fiercely, even suppressing and sealing the Gedo statue inside in an instant. Even with Uchiha Obito's manipulation, I can't move at all. Uchiha Obito turned pale with fright. He never expected that this unattractive Lois possessed such terrifying power. In fact, Huang Tu can indeed be said to be the 3rd most underestimated ninja in the entire Hokage ninja. His record is much more terrifying than many famous ninjas. Huang Tu is arguably one of the most underrated ninjas in the entire ninja world. This name is completely unfamiliar even to many people. But judging by his performance in the 4th Ninja World War, he definitely deserves the title of one of the pinnacle powerhouses in the ninja world. His Earth-style rock fist technique once blasted away the golden horn of 9 tails with a single punch. His Earth style opened up the earth and raised the excavation technique, directly blasting tens of thousands of white Zetsu troops out of the ground. His Earth-style mountain soil technique has successively suppressed Gedo statue, and even the revived 10 tails. Although it is only for a short time, there are not many people in the entire ninja world who can do this kind of thing. It can be said that the Lois is the one who has truly inherited the power of Onoki. As for the black soil, if there is no name of Leg Shadow, there is really no sense of existence. At this moment, the Lois suddenly burst out the Earth-style mountain technique, and the huge chakra and power overturned the ground, and created a huge mountain-like force to suppress the Gedo statue. For a while, even Gedo statue and Uchiha Obito couldn't break free. Jiraiya smiled slightly. See? This is the power of the ninjas you have been looking down on. Obito. You underestimate this ninja world. Uchiha Obito sneered. Tsuchikage Onoji's son Wangtu? Indeed, it seems that I underestimated you. To be able to suppress Gedo statue's strength, chakra and strength are top-notch. Unfortunately, there is only brute force. Jiraiya laughed. Everyone has things they are good at and things they are not good at. Now, it's time to launch a general attack. For a moment. Headed by Jiraiya, Chakra and Li Huang burst out of their own Earth style. Yellow Spring Marsh technique. Immediately, Jiraiya slapped the ground violently, and the messy land on the battlefield in front of him instantly changed even more violently, softening instantly like quicksand and swamp, trying to swallow everything into it. In an instant, Gedo statue, who was suppressed by the mountain technique, and the 6 big-tailed beasts were all suddenly sunk down by the powerful force of Wangchen. Uchiha Obito was taken aback. Just as he was about to act, the elite ninjas in the other ninja coalition also activated their own secret techniques. Kagaya Kimimaro unleashes his own Dead Bone Pulse. Dead Bone Pulse. Dance of the Ferns. Immediately, a Dawson's white bones turned into sharp blades, burst out from the ground, and rose up from the ground, covering the entire battlefield in an instant, even piercing through the bodies of Gedo statue and the 6-tailed beasts. At the same time, Ghost Lantern Full Moon also blasted out his own double knife Flounder. Flounder liberated. The huge chakra turned into a cannonball and bombarded towards the Gedo statue. Other Tamari, Konkuro, Darui, Shi and others, plus other elite ninjas also released their ninjutsu. Wind style. Scythe Itachi technique. Puppet secret technique. Take advantage of it. Landon. Laser circus. Lightning style. Lightning pillar. All kinds of violent ninjutsu erupted at the same time, allowing Gedo statue, who was temporarily immobile at the moment, to fully withstand this wave of offensive. Immediately. Boom. 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 The entire Gedo statue can't help being scarred, and even broken arm, flowing out a viscous liquid like chocolate, which seems to be blood, but not exactly like blood. And his huge body was also suppressed and sealed by the mountain technique and Wangchen swamp, together with the dance of the early fern, and sank down, making it difficult to move for a while. Roar. Gedo statue suddenly let out a roar, and the airwaves scattered in all directions, showing his anger and unwillingness at the moment. Uchiha Obito also frowned. I didn't expect these people to burst out with such a strong force. Uzumaki Naruto couldn't help but be overjoyed too. He laughed and said, Pervy Sage is right. This is the power of ninjas. Uchiha Obito, don't underestimate us. Uchiha Obito snorted coldly. It seems that you still haven't felt the real despair. Alright, I wanted to play with you more, since this is the case, let you feel it. True despair. For a moment. Uchiha Obito clapped his hands suddenly, activated Rinnegan's pupil power, manipulated the Gedo statue, and spewed out chains of chakra. Boom. Bang bang bang. Immediately, one after another chakra chains locked the 6 big-tailed beasts in an instant, tied them around the necks of all the tailed beasts like collars, and then jerk. Clatter. All the 6 big-tailed beasts have no resistance at all. Although they are extremely powerful, they seem to be bound and sealed by the Gedo statue's chakra chains, and they are immediately dragged. Subsequently, one by one, Gedo statue opened his bloody mouth and swallowed them all. When Killer Bee and Uzumaki Naruto saw this scene, they felt a kind of empathetic pain and despair. Damn. What the hell is that bastard going to do? 8 Tails Gyuki inside Killer Bee's side. That is Gedo statue, also known as the body of 10 tails. The Gedo statue chakra chain spewed out from his mouth, which can restrain the chakra of tailed beasts. It is impossible to resist. Although we are enemies now, these tailed beasts and Jinchuriki are forced to do so. After all, we tailed beasts are just tools used by them. Uchiha Obito sneered. You too are no exception. Immediately, 2 more chakra chains spewed out from Gedo statue's mouth, and shot toward Uzumaki Naruto and Killer Bee. Seeing that the 2 of them were about to be locked by the chakra chain, suddenly, a large number of people emerged from behind the 2 of them, guarding in front of the 2 of them. Fending off Uzumaki Naruto or Jiraiya, Hitaki Kakashi, Might Guy and Uchiha Sasuke. Each of the 4 burst out their own chakra and strength, forcibly blocking the offensive of Gedo statue's chains. Standing in front of Killer Bee are Darui, Shi, Wangtu and Hoshigaki Kisame. The 4 also intercepted Gedo statue's chains. Uchiha Obito sneered. It seems that you really don't cry when you see the coffin. Even without the power of the tailed beast in the two of you, I can still revive it. The gods and demons who created and destroyed the world. Resuscitate, Tiano. Uchiha Obito roared loudly, as if to announce the doomsday to the entire ninja world, the end of the world. Resuscitate, Ten-Tails. Roaring loudly, he threw more things into Geto statue's bloody maw. Among them, the power of other tailed beasts is included. At this moment, Uchiha Obito, although he only has the power of the tailed beast of Jinchuriki's 6 paths on the surface, actually has already collected all the chakra of the 9 big-tailed beasts. Certainly. Because of Qian Yu's existence, it was impossible for him to collect them openly, so he basically used opportunistic methods. 1 tail, 4 tails, 5 tails, were successfully captured and extracted the power of the complete tailed beast. 3 tails Jinchuriki Yagura. This is the 4th Mizukage controlled by Uchiha Obito for many years. He naturally has his biological information in his hands, and can be summoned through impure world reincarnation. In addition, there are 6 tails Jinchuriki Kamikaze and 8 tails Jinchuriki Barubi, which are also obtained through the summoning of impure world reincarnation. But the power of the tailed beast in their bodies is only the remaining part of the Jinchuriki in their lifetime, and of course it is not complete at all. As for the chakra of 9 tails, it was obtained through gold horns and silver horns. The two devoured the flesh and blood of 9 tails, so that they also obtained the power of 9 tails tailed beast, and could enter 9 tails chakra mode. Naturally, it can also provide the strength of 9 tails to the recovery of 10 tails. In addition to these, chakra from our way and 7 tails remains. It is also part of the power of the tailed beast obtained by Uchiha Madara, plus Black Zetsu's guidance and Yakushi Kabuto's search, not completely. But the resurrection of the 10 tails was meant to be, and the full 9 tails chakra was not required. Most importantly, the chakra that collects all 9 tailed beasts. Although the number will affect the strength of 10 tails resurrection, they can still be successfully resurrected. For a moment, Uchiha Obito threw out all the remaining tailed beast power, and was swallowed by Geto statue in one gulp. Immediately, the 9 eyes on Geto statue's head opened suddenly at the same time, the bloodshot pupils expanded crazily, and the bloody mouth was torn apart, expanding to an unimaginable extent. With a roar, Geto statue's entire body began to undergo earth-shaking changes. From the body that originally looked like a dead wood, it began to slowly endow it with real vitality. Geto statue, originally 10 tails, was taken out of Chakra's remaining body. Sealed in the moon with the 6 paths planetary devastation by the Sage of 6 Paths and brother Otsutsuki Hamura. And now Chakra, who devoured the 9 big-tailed beasts, was tantamount to making up for the lost power of 10 tails, so naturally he woke up immediately. Boom. Boom. Just the moment 10 tails began to recover, the terrifying power that erupted made everyone frown and their faces were very ugly. This power has surpassed the sum of the power of the new Jinchuriki 6 paths before. This is also a matter of course. The current Geto statue, or 10 tails, includes all the power of the previous Jinchuriki 6 paths, plus the power of the other 3 tail beasts, and the power of the Geto statue itself. And once 10 tails is fully revived, it will be a real world-destroying madman, a natural disaster. Uzumaki Naruto was shocked. Then, what is that? Geto statue swallowed all the tailed beast Jinchuriki. Conan said. That's probably the so-called legendary 10 tails. According to the rumors, the Geto statue is the body of 10 tails, and the chakra of the 9-tailed beasts is the chakra of 10 tails. After the combination of the two, 10 tails will be truly revived. Uzumaki Naruto was even more shocked. 10 tails? Does such a thing exist? Conan nodded with difficulty. 10 tails is the legendary god of creation and destruction. He has many titles, each of which can shock everyone's mind. Tianmu is a god, Datai Dharma Master, dancer, the god of national creation. His power is enough to crack the earth, move the mountains, swallow the sea, and destroy everything. An existence that even the Sage of 6 Paths fears. Everyone was shocked when they heard Conan's words, as if they were listening to some myths and legends. Jiraiya frowned. If that's the case, then there's no way we can defeat him. Don't say it's us, even if Qian Yu came. Conan shook his head. That's what I said, but no one knows how powerful the 10 tails are, and those who knew have already disappeared in the long river of history. Moreover, you must know that Uchiha Obito's resurrection of 10 tails, the power of the tail beast used is not complete at all, and the complete power of the tail beast is only 1 tail, 4 tails and 5 tails, which are too few, and I am afraid that even if it can be resurrected 10 tails, the power is also a far cry from its heyday. Of course, no matter how weak the Ten-Tails are, they are still Ten-Tails, and they still have the power to destroy the world. However, at least it may not be impossible to compete. Another point is that even if Gedo statue devours the power of the nine-tailed beasts, it will take a long time and several stages to fully recover into 10 tails. Especially if his tail beast power is not complete, it will take a lot of time. If you can stop 10 tails before he comes back to life, then everything can be salvaged. Jiraiya nodded. I see. Then, before Lord Qian-Yu arrives, we will do our best to prevent the resurrection of 10 tails. With Jiraiya's order, everyone immediately understood the current crisis and the only thing they could do. At this moment, everyone, with the same hatred, unleashed all their strength. The only purpose is to prevent the complete resurrection of 10 tails. Uchiha Obito sneered and said, "The mantis is like a car, and it is beyond its control." Conan, you are indeed a member of the Akatsuki organization who has followed Nagato for so long. It seems that you have a certain understanding of U. That's right. The strength of the nine-tailed beasts is not complete. It will take a long time for 10 tails to revive, and it is impossible for their strength to reach their peak state. However, even this kind of 10 tails, compared to the power of the entire ninja world, as far above all existence, it is a real qualitative leap, an insurmountable chasm. As long as 10 tails is revived, this ninja world will come to an end. Conan said. Then, we will definitely stop you here. The ninja world that Nagato and Yahiko want to create is a peaceful new world, not a dead world where everyone falls into fantasy. Now, the only person who can realize this dream is Master Qian-Yu, not you and Uchiha Madara. Uchiha Obito sneered. I didn't expect you to become Qian-Yu's person too. Okay. Then let me be here, wipe out all of you, and sacrifice the resurrection of 10 tails. At this moment, the situation on the entire battlefield has undergone major changes. Uchiha Obito's sole purpose is to revive 10 tails, then make himself Jinchuriki of 10 tails, and then launch Project Tsuki no Mi. And everyone in the entire Ninja Alliance has only one goal, to do their best to prevent the resurrection of 10 tails. The two sides broke out the final battle around 10 tails. Jiraiya's prestige at the moment is naturally the most powerful among all ninjas. He naturally became the temporary leader of the crowd. If we want to stop 10 tails, we must divide our forces now. Gedo statue, who directly stopped the rampage all the way, if he can be killed directly, everything will be over. The other road is responsible for dealing with Uchiha Obito. If he can be defeated, forcing him to stop the 10 tails resurrection will become possible. Hatake Kakashi nodded. Then, the king will leave it to me to deal with that. However, I also need help. Guy, Naruto, Sasuke, you three come to help me. Uzumaki Naruto immediately said, "Oh, Teacher Kakashi." Might Guy also laughed and said, "Chakra has also recovered a lot, and the pain of Hiroko is bearable. Let's fight side by side again, Kakashi." Uchiha Sasuke also nodded. Okay. Jiraiya said, "Well, then Uchiha Obito will be handed over to the four of you. The others, together with me, launch the final general attack, and we must eliminate Gedo statue before Tianwei is fully revived." For a moment, the ninja coalition forces are divided into two groups. Under the leadership of Jiraiya, Killer Bee, Hoshigaki Kisame, Ghost Lantern Moon, Yi Kang, Conan, Kagaya Kimimaro, Darui, Shi, Tamari, Konkuro, Wangtu and others are heading towards the rampant Gedo statue launched an onslaught. Everyone, use your most powerful ninjutsu to unleash a joint strike. Jiraiya immediately cooperated with the two-toed sages from Mount Myoboku to activate his own seat in Sage mode. Sage Art. Gomon. Immediately, Jiraiya used oil, Shima used wind, and Shen used fire, and at the same time, a terrifying and powerful fairy art chakra broke out. All of a sudden, the oil billowed, the wind whizzed, and the flames blazed. The three merged into one, turning into a huge wave, a stormy sea of fire, and a hot oil hell. This terrifying attack immediately stormed towards the Gedo statue. Seeing this, the others immediately activated their strongest secrets. 8 Tails Tailed Beast Bomb, Water Style, Big Shark Bomb Technique. Flounder Liberated, Scorch Style, Oversteamed and Killed. God Paperman Technique, Dead Bone Pulse, Dance of the Ferns. Land Done, Laser Circus, Lightning Style, Lightning Pillar. Wind Style, Scythe Itachi Technique, Puppet Secret Technique, Take Advantage of It. Earth Style, Mountain Soil Technique, All of a sudden, the strongest elite ninjas of the 5 great nations all erupted with their ultimate secrets, trump cards, and hole cards, bursting out, gathering and merging into one piece. This power is enough to destroy the world. Boom. 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 Unprecedented terrifying explosions and roars were heard immediately, and the entire sky, earth, mountains, rivers, and battlefields were completely annihilated. For a moment, no one could see or hear anything. It was as if the world had once again returned to nothingness and chaos. The revived Ten-Tails, or Ghetto statue, was also completely obliterated by this horrible offensive. I don't know if it's life or death now. Jiraiya and all the ninja allies stared in the direction of Ghetto statue intently. This is already their most powerful blow. If none of this works, it can only show that the power of Ghetto statue and Ten-Tails has indeed exceeded their imagination. However, when the smoke finally cleared and the dust settled, Jiraiya and everyone looked ahead. In front of the Ghetto statue figure that emerged, a blood-red flame enchantment appeared. Exactly what Uchiha Obito cast, Uchiha Fire Formation. The defensive power of this formation barrier is amazing. Even the full blow of 8 tails in the original work can't destroy it, instead he was scalded by the flames. However, under the joint attack of everyone, the Uchiha flame array also exploded suddenly, and the Ghetto statue inside also revealed its bloody body full of holes. Jiraiya was overjoyed. He's hurt. Our attack is still effective. Everyone, keep attacking and do your best to prevent Tianwei's resurrection. Good. Uchiha Obito frowned. Although he used the Uchiha Flame Array defense in advance just in case, it still seemed that it was not as good as everyone's joint attack. Ghetto statue cannot be easily taken down, but I'm afraid there will be a lot of damage. However, even if he wanted to help, he couldn't be distracted at this time. Because, Hitaki Kakashi, Uzumaki Naruto, Uchiha Sasuke, and Might Guy have launched a fierce attack on themselves. But for Uchiha Obito, although he is worried about the process of Ten-Tails recovery, at least the current Ghetto statue does not need to be distracted to control it like the previous Jinchuriki's 6 paths. Instead, he can concentrate all his power on himself to deal with Hitaki Kakashi and others. Uchiha Obito sneered. Ghetto statue is not so easy to bring down. Before that, Kakashi, let me settle the grievances between you and me. Hitaki Kakashi said, Obito, I know you resent me for Rin's death. That's why I am disappointed in this ninja world, and even want to destroy the entire ninja world. However, no matter how unbearable this ninja world is, it is the place where we live after all. There are still many people I care about and love here. I will never let you be destroyed like this. Uzumaki Naruto said, That's right, Mr. Kakashi. Uchiha Obito sneered. Shut up, Kakashi. How dare you mention Lin's name in front of me? Back then you promised me to take good care of her, but you personally killed her. You are such a waste, you should die on the spot. Why do you have to linger until now? Hitaki Kakashi said, Because, I live with the entrustment of you and Lin. If I could die, I would have chosen to die a long time ago, otherwise I wouldn't have to suffer so much. Death is too easy, living is a more difficult choice. When my father died, I couldn't figure it out, but now I understand that he just wanted to choose the easier path. But I can't, I must live, no matter how much pain I suffer, I must continue to live. It's for you and Lin. Uchiha Obito yelled, Shut up. Stop playing lip service here, Kakashi. Now, let me send you to that world with my own hands, and make a good apology to Lin.